The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Somebody is late.
Rude.
Somebody is late.
I
give this person a chance, and he's still not here. You big
Someone needs to be taught a lesson.
You have to be out here.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I wish I had a clip for that, but I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't have it right now.
Funny because I was watching Adventure Time earlier, and I'm getting closer to Lemon Grab.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Man, the anticipation. Oh my god.
So sorry, I'm fashionably late. I know I'm a minute late, but shut up, dog. But I'm fashionably late because the rock star of this whole community is never on time because he's busy doing other things. Whether it's buying games, banging my chick. Is that right, baby?
Yes.
Oh. Well, here's the thing, though. At least you're not a certain someone who shows up an hour late.
Who is that, David? The owner of this damn channel?
Well, to be fair, he did do it. I did do a video with him. We were talking about football on Sunday. I don't know where he is now, but he was probably still watching the same football highlights over and over.
Football!
I mean, I love football too, but it's a new week, your new games, and Thursday Night Football still sucks, so...
Even though I'm still a loyal fan of the Jets, I'm still wearing this Ryan Fitzpatrick jersey. Number 14.
Jets blow. Aaron Rodgers sucks.
I'm wearing one of the only Marshall things I own.
I have to put it out there. I have to put it out there.
As a Texas person, I'm not a fan of the Cowboys.
Fuck
I'm really
the
not a fan
Cowboys.
of I'm not a fan of the Texans. Although I prefer the Texans over the Cowboys, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Yes, the Texans are better than the Cowboys. You shitting me?
Yeah, I will also say that I was more of a Tom Brady person, so I'd always jump on whatever team he was on. But
Speaking of the
it's
Cowboys,
It's like LeBron. I was a fan of whatever team he was on. Although him and Dwayne Wade back in the Heat days was peak.
Yeah, speaking of the Cowboys, here's a little flashback Tuesday for Victor.
Since this is in Texas today, I'm going to say this.
Oh, no, that shit.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, I said that a long time ago. What's
that was over a year ago.
Yeah, over a year ago because the Cowboys still suck and they're cursed. I mean, look at how much they blew their lead this past week. Oh, my God.
I've always said this about the Cowboys they're the team that always seems to get close to the playoffs.
And then they always choke. Dibs, knock on wood.
Dang.
Now, as far as like an overall team, and this was back in the day because I'm not like with David streams, I like his chill streams. I'll join and hang out, but like when it's talk about football, I'm not really like knowledgeable about recent football, just like baseball. I know fuck all about modern day baseball. Basically, I'll be like, oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers and all that, or not Aaron Rodgers, sorry, A-Rod.
I know.
That's how little of all that. But in terms of football, my team back in the day was the fucking Saints.
Then they're doing
I know nothing about football, and Morgan has to explain things to me.
I mean, football's an easy game to understand.
Baseball.
Football's an easy game to understand, Jared. How could you?
I will say this: I will watch more football than
downs. I don't get the downs.
The downs. It's like a strike. There's 4 strikes and you're out.
But if you cross a certain threshold, can you
Yes, when you cross certain threshold, you restart the downs.
Oh my god, I understand it now. Okay.
Okay.
It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. I mean, Morgan's a long-suffering Packers fan. I mean, especially after Aaron Rodgers.
Well, let's see.
Clickers.
I was talking to her dad the other day and stuff, and he was like, "Listen, the one because he's a Packers fan and stuff, and he's like, the one thing with the Packers, it's the only team that's not owned by some old white guy." Owned by, like, because everybody has a share in, like, you can own a part of the Packers.
Damn.
I see somebody talking about Event Horizon in the chat.
It's a good
Love
movie.
that movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's. I will say this is my favorite, like, fucking sci-fi horror film. I know some of the Alien fans out there was going to rip me apart, but yeah, I have the 4K Steelbook. It's part of my prize one.
Nice.
One of my prize Steelbooks, but I love. Oh, you already put my.
Is it on Amazon Prime?
Thank you.
I'm
probably gonna move them
Event
up.
Horizon's on Amazon Prime. Would you?
Is it?
Oh yeah, I appreciate
I
it.
swore that I saw it available.
No, it's on Hulu.
Oh,
Event Horizon, yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to watch.
And also,
It's also by far Paul W.S. Anderson's best movie. It's not even
I
close.
agree.
I don't have Hulu event, unfortunately.
I will
It's
say
not
this
now.
also: if you are a fan, if anybody's a gamer and they love Event Horizon, I recommend Dead Space, either the original or the remake of Dead Space. Great game. There's a very big nod to Event Horizon. If you've seen Event Horizon and played Dead Space, you'll know what I'm talking about. Speaking
You know
of
what's
movies,
funny
though,
is that I do eventually want to play the original Dead Space for next month. So
I recommend it. Like, it's on PS3. Well, and if you have Xbox One or Xbox Series, it's backwards compatible.
I do have it on Steam, actually.
Oh,
along
okay,
with
okay.
2 and 3.
Yeah. Now 2 is fantastic. 3 was disappointing, but I actually want to get it again and replay it because I haven't played it in a few years. And actually, when it came out, I think in 2012 or 2013, so it's the 10-year anniversary. Yeah, okay, so it was the 10-year anniversary. But speaking of movies, I found this. I actually got this for free today at the game store I went to. But Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
I love the those Two Towers. And
Oh, here
Yeah,
comes
I've
Jared.
been
They
trying
did
to
do a
find
game
this.
of Fellowship, but I don't know why they did it.
Well,
Yeah,
there
okay.
is a Fellowship game based on the book.
I'm talking about the movie, not the book.
Well, the
Write that
closest
one
thing I
down.
got is the Two Towers because it had half of the Fellowship and half of the fucking.
They should have
Two
called that
Towers.
game the Fellowship of the Two Towers and moved on.
Hey, that would have been good. I still need to find the Two Towers. I got it for the PS2, but my girl's PS2 didn't work, so I've been trying to find the
that's
Two
the
Towers
Xbox
on the Xbox.
version?
Yeah, I got the Xbox version.
Well, again, Xbox is the most powerful console of that generation. Well, PS2 is the best, but
Oh, I prefer. I did like PS2. I wasn't really a Sony guy until fucking the PS3. Like I played the shit out of like the wrestling games. I also got this for free as well, Legends of Wrestling 2. It's not the greatest game in the world, but
isn't that supposed to be like one of the worst games of all time? Or something.
I liked it. You know, I have a soft spot for these. Probably my least favorite is actually the first one, but I still need to get it. But I'm also I found Terminator Redemption or Terminator 3 Redemption on the Xbox, but they were selling that for like $20 because I got one by accident. I got Terminator Dawn of Fate, and I was actually looking for. I never played that one. I saw them played it, but I'm trying to get that.
Nice.
They did also have. And they were just taking them in trade, so they didn't have prices for them yet. But they were taking in Dragon Ball Z Sagas and Spider-Man 2 on the original Xbox.
Spider-Man 2.
And that one I would have liked to get because it was Platinum Hits, but I got the Platinum Hits version of the original Spider-Man on Xbox, so it would still go nicely with my collection. But they didn't release prices yet, so I was like, all right. I may see it again
I
in a
forgot
couple
they
weeks.
ported those Spider-Man movie games to fucking Xbox because it's a Sony production movies, and I keep on forgetting that fucking Activision. Who fucking
You know what's
published
funny
them.
about Sony is that recently, speaking of PS2, I've been playing the shit out of God of War 2, and that game has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I had to emulate it.
I heard that's a game. That's a hard to emulate game, though.
It was. Like, even Vim's Lair has been taken away a lot.
Not in terms of how you could get it. I mean, hard to run on the thing.
Oh, I
have
know.
A very specific system.
Oh, I know.
To make it
I've been playing through the Assassin's Creed games. Start with the first one.
Vim's
now I'm
Lair,
on 3.
apparently with the Vim's Lair stuff, I believe that's all Nintendo stuff that's getting removed because Nintendo's always been a little shit when it comes to emulation.
But yeah, God of War 2, masterpiece.
Yeah, no, God of War 2, it was probably the most, because I may have played Mortal Kombat beforehand. I can't recall. So if I did, then maybe that was, if it wasn't, God of War was probably the most violent game I played because that game went out at the time. Because I was like, how old was I? I think I was like 9 when that game came out.
I was around when did that come out? 2007?
The God of War 2 was 07. I'm talking like the original God of War.
2005. It came
was it 05? I thought it was 04.
2005.
I was around 9. And I wasn't
allowed
to play
I was 10. Oh, so we're about a year apart, I would say, right?
Yeah, and I was barely 5. It came out in March 05. I was, my birthday's in November, so.
What day? What day, Victor?
November 8th. November 8th.
Oh, okay. So you're 8th. I'm the 30th.
Oh, wow. Speaking of coincidences.
Yeah.
That's funny. For the longest time, I had nobody that was around in the same month as me, and now I have a bunch of people, even some people that are born the same day as me. Like my girl and my mom, their birthdays are literally the same month, but they're 20 days apart. Right, the 4th, right? Okay. I don't want to look like an idiot if I said the 5th, and then you're like, no, it's the 4th. I've been with you 4 months, or almost 4 months, I should know. She's behind me, so if ever I start talking anywhere, don't worry.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Crap. Now I'm blanking about what I was going to talk about. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man, with the Kirsten bitch, I finally made it. It's the original Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock that one out this week. I finally made it. I'm on the second major milestone, if you want to count Bring It On as the first major milestone. But you know what I mean? I'm making progress. That's all that matters.
Are you talking about watching the first movie?
Yes, the first movie.
You haven't seen it?
No, I have multiple times.
Okay.
I'm rewatching the movies of hers. I haven't seen.
I remember you told me about that.
Yes, I mean you're the fellow, the Crow Salvation Defender. I mean, come on.
I was about to say, if you hadn't seen Spider-Man 1, I'd be like,
I'm not that much of an idiot.
He said that.
I've seen 1, 2, and 3 several times. I saw 2 and 3 in the fucking theater.
Yeah,
I
saw the first one in the theater. I only saw the second and third one.
I didn't see the first one in the theater either.
I saw the trilogy in theaters.
Yeah, I saw but fun fact, I actually saw the second Spider-Man movie in IMAX at the AMC IMAX. I don't even know if it was owned by AMC at that point, but it was in River Center Mall. And then 10 years later, I saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in that exact same theater 10 years later. That's one thing.
That movie is a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was rhino shit.
Fucking ass movie.
The only thing I will give...
3 is bad. Talk to me about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3 looks like a fucking masterpiece compared to that shit.
I'll admit, I'm a defender of Spider-Man 3.
I'm a slight defender of it as well, aside from a couple of moments.
It's like for example, the Star Wars movies. I know a lot of people hate The Last Jedi. I'm a big defender of that one. I don't defend Rise of Skywalker. Fuck that piece of shit. I've said this. When Rise of Skywalker makes episode 1 and 2 better, in my opinion,
episode 2 is the worst. That's the bottom of the fucking barrel.
I will rewatch, because funny enough, episode 2 I can watch and not be pissed off.
Oh, that movie pisses me off and it bores me to tears.
And it was so funny because I was so when I watched it in the theaters, because I was like 7 years old when that movie came out. I thought it was the best thing ever.
It literally came out like a week after Spider-Man, yet Spider-Man blew that movie out of the fucking water at the
Oh, yeah. But I remember when I came out of episode 2, I thought, again, that's always the thing about when you're a kid. You go into a movie and you don't know anybody. You walk in and you walk out and you think it's the best movie ever. I came out of episode 1, I'm fucking wanting to be Darth Maul. I'm fucking thinking, yeah, this fucking movie's great. Pod racing. Come out fucking or episode 2. I'm wanting to go out in the rain as Obi-Wan Kenobi and fight Jango Fett and do the scene with Count Dooku and all that. Fucking, and then now it's like it's like watching it now. It's like completely changed from how I was when I was a kid. I still love episode 3. That never changed.
I like episode 3 as well. Otherwise, fuck the prequels. I hate them.
I will say this though. I know I'm in the minority. I will take all the prequels over episode 9. There's that one movie. I love episode 7.
I think when it comes down to it, can we, even though we all could have divisive opinions about the Rise of Skywalker, but can we all agree that it wasn't J.J. Abrams' fault?
Oh, I don't like. He was still a bad fan.
It was basically just, crowd control plus not keeping the same date of release. So
Not
he had
keeping
less
it. They kept the same date, didn't they? Though, didn't they keep the same date?
They kept the same date.
Oh yeah, instead of just pushing it back 2 or 3 more years.
They didn't push it back.
Yeah, if they did, maybe it would have been a little bit better because you have more time to focus.
And what's funny is that happened with fucking
on doing 2 movies. So
that happened also with fucking Halloween 2 and 3. Or not Halloween 2 and 3, sorry. Halloween
2 and 3. Oh, stop it.
No, Halloween. Sorry, I drew a brain fart. Halloween Kills and Ends. It got delayed because of the pandemic. Now, again, I'm one of the biggest defenders of the David Gordon Green Halloween show.
I can only defend the first one. I mean, I like Kills.
Yeah, I could defend the first one too.
The Kills at first I liked a lot. I defend
I'm
Kills.
Interested in it.
You're not interested in it? Honestly,
no, I am interested in Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends is like the one. I'm like standing there on an island of only probably 5 people, where I'm standing there thinking that Halloween Ends was a masterpiece.
Oh, hell no!
No.
I did find your letterbox. And
Exorcist Believer was a piece of shit.
That was a piece of shit. That was the worst piece of shit.
Oh, that movie is so bad.
And I'm watching that. I'm in the theater watching it.
You can attest to it.
Yeah, I am standing there. How dare you, Jose? No, I'm kidding. But I'm standing there. Well, I'll say this before I get into Exorcist. The Halloween series, I am probably the most, because I'm such a big Halloween fan, but I love some of my favorite Halloween movies are the ones that people hate the most. There's only 2 Halloween movies I really don't like watching. One is Beloved, the other one is Hated, so it's like all that. I'm someone who thought H2O was overrated.
What?
I know. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No, you're gone too. You're gone. Fuck both of you. Halloween H2O is the best Halloween movie other than the original. This movie is great. How dare you both? How dare you?
Jared, you two get out of here.
Especially when Kevin Williamson's around. You don't want to insult me, boy.
You get out of here.
God.
Joke's on you. I could have come back in.
Thank you, Jose.
I just left it. No,
you're fired.
Okay, this is why I'll explain it. Halloween H2O. Halloween Resurrection is the other one. But Halloween H2O.
Halloween Resurrection is a piece of shit, though. I agree.
Halloween H2O, this is why. I did not like how they...
I did not have fun.
Wait a minute. Jared, did you just say that Halloween Resurrection you had fun with?
Say that again.
I have fun with it.
God!
It's a guilty pleasure. I can. It's a guilty pleasure. I'll admit that. I could still watch it and have fun with it, but it's like I compare Halloween Resurrection to Halloween 5. They're not. Both of them are not great movies. I prefer 5 over Resurrection, but I at least can appreciate for what it is. Now, H2O, I did not like how they tried to Screamify it. I love the Scream movies. But Halloween and Scream, in my opinion, did not like the Scream format. It did not mix well, in my opinion. Now, I will say, though, the ending if they just left it alone, if they left it where she beheaded Michael and the final confrontation, that was great. But Victor, I'm going to say this though: you cannot disagree with me that movie, despite how much either of you like it, had some of the worst masks you've ever seen. CGI. That's all I need to say.
Halloween 4 would like to have a word.
I have a soft spot for that because that's the first Halloween movie I
like
loved.
4, but the mask, it looked atrocious.
I will say this: I have a soft spot for it because of the fact
you're on vacation. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Jordy.
Debate about Hereditary. No, not right now.
Wait. What's his thoughts on Hereditary?
What is my do a debate on Hereditary? No, I fucking hate it. I said I.
Be gone. I now run the popcorn.
I have power here.
Now this is my chance, Jared. You're fired. Yeah, that's you with freaking resurrection.
Oh my god, it's a fucking. Oh my god, I told you anything could happen.
Hold on a second. Give me a second.
I promoted this saying anything could happen, but great coaster. Great coaster. Beautiful.
Okay, have you seen Midsommar?
What do you call it?
Yeah, that's even a better coaster. Yeah, let's
be gone for criticizing that movie.
No.
Defend me, William, because you think it was.
I will defend you.
William, I thought we were homies, man.
I thought we were homies too.
Look,
we agree a lot. We defend the Crow Salvation together. It's not exactly a piece of shit.
Yeah, Victor. Okay, I will. Let's do a truce. Let's do a truce.
Well, you have to hold my hand like this.
Okay, we'll hold our hands like
do it
that.
the other side. You're right, my left.
There we go.
I'm 6'1".
Now can we hold hands and skip in the fields?
No.
I hope
oh my God, we are started burning.
Did you hear me? I said, now can you hold my hand and skip in the fields?
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Victor has been
what?
From duty.
Oh, shut up, Hunter. Jesus Christ. You want me to make a... Hold that thought.
Hereby just starts from duty.
Hold that thought, Victor. Hold that thought. Anyway, it's 22 minutes in. We haven't even done topics yet, so I want to let the special guest go first if you even have a damn topic.
Oh, yeah, because I've been out all day. Oh, what can I say? Because I haven't seen Speak No Evil or Killer Game yet, which I'm going to go see it this Friday.
Killer Game, another Lionsgate bomb. Go figure.
Oh yeah. Which one? Speak No Evil?
No, Speak No Evil did well. The Killer's Game, that bombed. It was Lionsgate. Their fourth straight bomb in less than 2 months.
The Killer's Game?
I don't know what that is. Third bomb. So they had Borderlands flopped. The Crow flopped. This flopped. I think Let Her Go, Never Let Go. I think that's what that movie's called.
Yeah.
It's gonna flop too. And then we have 5 with Megalopolis, which will flop harder.
Wait, that's the Lionsgate one too?
Yes. Megalopolis is Lionsgate.
Yes. And you know what? It's funny because I like Francis Ford Coppola, but that movie is not fucking. It's not fucking hitting me. My girl would love it because she loves Adam Driver, but
it looks pretentious.
And also, it's pretty funny because Soren has been shitting on Megalopolis maybe even more than I did. It's more my entire life series is gonna make Borderlands look like Avatar at the box office. Apparently, it's only like the prediction right now for Megalopolis' performance, $5 million.
And how much? Do we know how much the
$125 million?
Hey, Francis Ford Coppola, what do you have to say about those predictions?
Let's not forget the marketing campaign using AI technology to make him look like a misunderstood.
You know, I was looking at this, and
disgraceful.
apparently, Internet Archive has a very early draft of Megalopolis, and I was reading a little bit of it, and it's completely different from the movie.
Oh my God!
I'm getting pumped and all that.
I don't know if it's better or not.
Yeah, it's gonna flop big time.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know.
It's 80s Coppola, so that script was 80s Coppola, so it could be good.
Oh, better than fucking modern day Coppola. He hasn't been relevant since Bram Stoker's Dracula, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't really care for Bram Stoker's Dracula. I know I'm in the minority, but I think that movie is all style. The production design is great. There's no substance to that movie whatsoever. And the less we talk about Keanu Reeves, the better.
I will say that, you know, I very much enjoy it. It's one of it's
I do too.
You know, it's not like I can see the argument, like, you know, and all that. I personally love it, but I will agree that Keanu Reeves, like, I even told my mom, because my mom never saw it, so I showed it to her one day because I wanted her to, because I thought she loves Keanu Reeves.
I love Keanu Reeves, but come on, man. What was that?
That was basically, it was funny also because I will give Keanu credit. That was probably, I would call his experimentation era where he was trying to, now he just is like, okay, I know what my audience wants. You know,
I want to see him kick ass.
Yeah, or have this soothing voice where he's like a fucking, or like playing Shadow for crying out loud. You know, like, but regarding, one question though. I'm curious who's seen this movie. Has any of you seen the movie Bone Tomahawk?
No,
I have not.
Seen the director's other two movies.
I haven't seen Bone Tomahawk, but
yeah.
I really want to. I
have not yet.
Yeah,
I really want to see it.
I'm gonna introduce my girl to it. I've not seen the movie in years. Anybody who has seen Bone Tomahawk probably knows why. I can't wait for that because that's Robert Pattinson. But anyway, there's a specific scene, and I'm not going to go too much into detail, but for anyone on one of you who have seen Terrifier, there's a certain scene that is remind you of that. It actually came before Terrifier. It is I compare it to Predator, and before anybody calls me crazy, hear me out for a moment. Predator, I've said, is half of the movie. The opening, like the first half, is action. The second half goes into more of a horror sci-fi aspect.
Right.
Bone Tomahawk is like the same way, where it goes into, it's like more of your traditional Western, and then it goes, and then like literally, like with a snap of a finger, it goes to fucking horror, like literally, like in a second, like in a few seconds. Like it does it. It's like you feel like if you watch that movie blind, and I also recommend go in to watch it blind. Like I will tell you like that part, but go watch it blind. Like don't watch
trailers. How it connects to horror. Although I also know that Matthew Fox is in it, so I know I have to watch it as soon as possible because I'm a huge fan of Lost. Speaking of which, 20th anniversary on Sunday.
He's fucking and funny enough, and it has a pretty good. It has Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Sid Haig, David Arquette. But yeah, Matthew Fox actually was my favorite character. I saw a video; they were doing like a documentary on it. Not like it was like more of kind of like an analyzation video. And anybody who watches Ryan Holiger, who does mainly horror movie analyzations, he's fucking great. And I was happy that he was doing it because like I always love when certain movies that you think is kind of niche is being covered by more bigger horror content creators. So, but Matthew Fox, I was so happy when he said about him being the best part and all that. Now, I will say this to Victor, and he's probably going to get mad at me by saying this. I've never seen Lost.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
There is some I will say this. I've not seen I still need to see The Wire. I still need to see Ozark.
Ozark is great until The
Wire.
Ozark.
The Wire is another one I haven't seen.
Ozark is great until the very end.
And it's not like because it's funny because I will go like I will give myself I'll give myself time. I'm gonna try to bridge through all this at least a good portion of the series, right, of a show.
Yeah.
And then I will stop, and then I will be getting ready. Like Game of Thrones. Still haven't seen all of Game of Thrones. I haven't seen Stranger Things, which is funny because Stranger Things would be my fucking forte. I got the box set of the fucking first season, and I still haven't touched it. My point is, though, is I'll get something ready to watch, and then I'll just go in and start binging fucking something I've seen 1,000 times. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Ozark
all the time. My sister does that all the time. Currently, she's watching Gilmore Girls for the God knows how many of time.
Oh yeah, my girl. She's the typical girl in the Grey's Anatomy and shit.
Ah, ew. Nothing against your girlfriend, but come on, I hate Grey's Anatomy. ER is where it's at.
We were watching the remake of The Hitcher because she really likes that movie, so we were rewatching it with Sean Bean, and then she was thinking of a scene from Grey's Anatomy, and then I was like, "Oh no!" I said, "No, I'm not watching this." I was like, "Okay, fine. You watch a lot of stuff I watch." Like she did watch VHS 94 the other day, which she really likes. I'm trying to get her up to date for VHS, but beyond because she's not seen the more recent VHS movies. We also saw All Hallows Eve, which, fun fact for any of you who may not know, All Hallows Eve was the origin of Art the Clown. For any of you that do not know that.
Yeah, it is the Art the Clown movie.
But don't see All Hallows Eve 2 because 1, it sucks, and 2, it has nothing to do with Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Spoiler, but just don't waste your time. It's on Shudder, but don't waste your time. As far as a topic,
Oh my God, Jose!
I know. I'm literally trying to think of something because I'm like,
Jared, look at this.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my gosh, that's
I was watching the Mickey 17 trailer, and Jose, he took a photo of me, and it was hilarious.
Good, because I heard that David Zaslav is fucking with that movie right now.
It's a Warner Brothers movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking
I guess this was going to be a topic because it is something that I did allude to on Late Night with the Devil. Was, of course, most of you know last week, and someone brought it up also in the chat, the PS5. We got the PS5 Pro coming.
$700. That's all I needed to say at that time. $700.
Yeah.
And also, Dreamcast guy did a video of a leak about the PS5 or PS6, how it could go up to 1,000. Basically, Sony and or Microsoft is telling us at this point that at this point we just need to start buying a computer and a gaming PC because at this point, it's going to cost as much as fucking getting a gaming PC.
I don't really understand why it's this high.
Like you could have spent like $700 on another leather reclining chair.
Exactly.
Spend that money on that.
Or here's this. Here's a fun fact for you. I could go and buy me and my girl 2 Nintendo Switches, brand new, like the $300 ones, and maybe one game. And fucking boom, I'm at the threshold of how much a PS5 is. Or I could go buy an Xbox Series X and a Nintendo Switch Lite, maybe used or something. And boom, there we go. I got 2 brand new systems for the price of one. And also, here's the other thing, and this is the part that irritates me about the price. Because usually, I'm not someone who gets all up in arms about price. Okay? But my PS5, I got it's right behind this laptop. I spent $560 plus tax. I got the God of War edition, and I also got me Dead Space remake because literally, I've openly said this. I was only interested in the PS5 outside of Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine for the remakes. Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, and Silent Hill 2. That's it. But my baby, she was like, she bought it because she bought hers out of hope for a Legacy of Kain sequel, but it still hasn't happened. Anyway, I spent $560, but let's go with the base price, $500 for the PS5, right? And if the PS5 Pro with the exact same system, with the disc drive and everything, was $700, I'd be like, you know what? I wish it was $100 cheaper, but okay, I'll manage. You know, I may think about it. I'm still probably not going to buy it, but you charge $500 or $700 for a Wi-Fi router, basically a glorified Wi-Fi router that has slightly better graphics than a PS5 standard. Because yes, does it look nicer like the games? Yes. Does it?
Yeah.
But does it maybe play nicer? I don't know. I don't have my hands on it. Is it a better controller? I don't know. They're like, and then also if you really add to it, you get the disc drive. Again, for us Blu-ray collectors out there, or 4K
motherfuckers.
Yeah. For us, get the disc drive for an extra $80, and the fucking thing doesn't even come with a goddamn stand.
Why?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Which, any of you who have a PS5, a standard, I don't know for anybody who has a Slim because I don't know how that is.
I have a standard.
Standard thing.
If you have a standard, you cannot balance it correctly by
No.
itself. You cannot lay it on its stomach basically by itself. You need that stand. So it coming without a stand, and you have to pay an additional $20 for the fucking stand. You add the $80, you add the fucking for the disc drive, you add the $20 for the stand. You're looking at $800 if you want the definitive version of the PS5 Pro.
Great. It will be no problem for millionaires, but not for me.
Yeah, we're not like, baby, you don't want. Are you awake? Oh, you want the PS5 Pro? If it was 600,
No,
Fi-
not really.
550.
Celine.
550.
So maybe 550. That would be so. Basically, if they just gave it to us for $50 more than the regular PS5, then she'd buy it, and she's not. What would you consider yourself
Casual gamer.
she's a casual gamer. So think of how the casuals feel.
Yeah.
Even the casuals are not like, yeah, I'll just pay $50 for it. That's the
Yeah.
same amount Lionsgate is making this year. So
Oh
Tyler.
my God.
Tyler.
that's so mean, but that is so true. And you know what's funny? I'm going off topic for a moment, and that was basically it, but I want to say this. I love Lionsgate. Lionsgate makes some of the best Steelbooks, and you know they're great because where is it? Where's my video? Oh, did I put it
My
up? Oh, here it is.
problem with their steelbooks is this.
They fucking Paramount copied them.
But here's the thing about their steelbooks, though. Why haven't they done more catalog titles this year that haven't gotten to 4K yet? The only one that I know for sure that they've released, which came out, I believe, today, was Wind River. And yet that steelbook's fucking $40? Are you fucking out of your mind?
What?
And it
Why
was
is it
sold out
charging it?
everywhere. I think it's
Why
sold
is
out
it 40?
everywhere.
Because like
Why?
most of their steelbooks for the catalog movies are like $20 to $25.
Like,
And
you
apparently
could've-
they're charging up for it
yeah,
now.
like you could have spent like $40 on like a pre-owned video game rather than just like buying like a standard 4K.
Or you could go and buy if they still had some of the older Lionsgate
Imagine
steelbooks. You can go
Oh,
buy
Jose,
Steelbook.
Jose,
Oh hell no!
Shut- hell no.
No, we're not making out a 4K steelbook.
we're
hell
not
no.
doing it, Jose.
Well, Lionsgate has, or John Wick has
No.
fucking so many for steelbooks, so But
Fucking
Yeah,
Norman
two
will go up on
4Ks,
4K
Hunter has a point.
steelbook. Jesus.
But yeah,
Yes.
I like Lionsgate. That's what sucks is that they've made some of my favorite steelbooks, like my American Psycho steelbook, probably one of the greatest steelbooks ever made. The fucking Warm Body steelbook, 310 to Yuma. They fucking made David Bowie's The Man Who Fell from Earth.
Gotta
They-
make up that laws from Borderlands, The Crow, The Killer's Game, and the Megalopolis.
Oh,
something.
That
don't
is
forget
fair.
Never Let Go. We don't forget about Never Let Go.
That's
But yeah, as
Oh,
far
my
as that,
God,
I've gone on too much. But yeah, that's my stance on. Am I gonna buy the PS5 Pro? No.
No,
I just
I'm
No,
very, very,
me
very
neither.
happy with my
Like,
PS5. I'm very
and also
happy.
like the one thing really that it adds is the
oh
ability
shit! I
to
forgot about
run
Whitebird.
to run 4K quality and 60 frames.
That's the Wonder
per second
spinoff.
at the same time, and I'm just like, I'm fine with playing in 4K and being 30 frames per second. I've
Same.
been playing 30 frames per second my whole life.
I don't mind 30 frames a second.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got one question for y'all. How long will it take Sony this time to remove the 8K sticker from the fucking box? Because again, they promised 8K gaming on this PS5 Pro. Let's not forget what they did with the PS5. They had that, and lo and behold, the sticker's nowhere to be found anymore.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I don't think my.
Oh yeah, 1992. That was a Lionsgate movie. I forgot
Which
that
one?
even came out.
1992.
That was like one of Ray Liotta's last films with I think Tyrese Gibson, if I'm mistaken.
Isn't that direct to video or is that getting a theatrical release?
I think it actually came out already.
I have to look that up. I never even heard of it until now.
All right, so $20 million for Never Let Go. So by marketing and all
Oh,
that,
okay, and they gave it a limited release. Only made 2.9 million. It flopped.
that makes sense. So
Damn.
Never Let Go made $20 million or the $20 million budget. So it really needs to make about 40 to 50 million to break even, give or take, with the marketing and all that. You always and all that. Like, so I don't think it's getting 50 million. I'll be shocked. Halle Berry is not the star she once was.
Yeah, if this movie came out in like 2005, it would have made money.
Yeah.
I saw a trailer for this and I forgot this came out.
And I like the director. It's
Or
the
was
director
coming
from
out. I don't
fucking
know.
Hills Have Eyes remake.
The remake. Okay.
And High
Alexander
Tension.
Haha.
Yeah.
Crawl.
That's what sucks. I like the
Crawl,
director.
that's a great movie. That's
Yes.
a great movie.
Yes.
And I think he might have done something else that I'm not remembering.
He did
right
Crawl.
now.
I think that was
Yes,
his
I know.
last film.
I said Crawl already.
Oh, my bad.
Piranha 3D.
What else?
Mirrors. He did Mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
What about? Did he
Funny
do the
enough, I
remake
got-
for The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah,
He just
the
said
remake.
that first.
Okay. Okay.
I've got almost all his movies. I got Crawl, I got Mirrors, I got The Hills Have Eyes remake. I'm just missing. I know High Tension, and if he's made other movies that are on Blu-ray, those are like the main ones I have.
Yeah. But yeah. Anything else?
That's it. I as my girl would say, I lollygagged a little bit with it, but
Well,
yeah.
we all
was a
lollygag
fun
on this
talk.
damn
But
show.
that
And
was
since
fun.
we're gonna be on for the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Sure it was.
Oh
Okay.
It
yeah.
has been fun so far.
Okay. I guess. I have a lot to say, so I guess I'll go. Second. Damn it. Headphones thing. I forgot to show something first, but I got a little while ago. I got it about a week ago, and I forgot to show it off here. So I guess I'll do it now. I got a 4K in the mail. It's from the UK. It's a UK 4K, but I got it off Orbit DVD, which is one of the best physical media websites. They're from North Carolina. I would highly recommend it. Their shipping is excellent. But this is my second Arrow title overall. This is my first Arrow 4K. but
I've
my
never
second-
had an Arrow.
Same.
Like I said, this
never
is
have an Arrow.
exclusive to the UK. This came out in the UK, and I got a copy because I felt I didn't want it to sell out on me. Costed me a little bit. I think it costed like $30 with shipping, but no, $40, not 30, 40.
Ooh.
But it was worth it because I wanted to get this edition. I already had the movie on 4K, but I decided to sell that off. I did to get this one, and that is the Arrow 4K from the UK of The Silence of the Lambs
Oh yes.
from their notorious Chunky Box, the Chunky Box, which Arrow has been very, like, they are the. I mean, I'm smelling the box because the
Why are you
Chunky
sniffing the box?
Listen, the
Why?
box, the Chunky boxes, it has this nice smell to it. I swear, a lot of collectors say this. That their Chunky boxes have nice smells to them. That's why I'm smelling the damn box. I swear, I'm not Gary.
It probably smells minty.
The
You know?
Donnie Darko box set, the fucking Wild Things box set.
I need to get Wild Things before I have it on tape. I have it on VHS, but
Right.
hopefully I haven't seen my tape of Wild Things yet, so hopefully the tape won't get damaged as soon as Nev Campbell, Denise Richards are making out while Kevin Bacon looking like.
Another
Someone take
one
photo
was
of that,
American
please.
Werewolf in London. That was another one that was a nice.
And it
one.
comes with a booklet. I don't know. It's a booklet. Hopefully,
Does it come with a poster?
Yes, it does. It does come
Okay.
with, like, actually, it's a reversible poster. One
Yeah,
side's a
'cause-
regular poster, and one side has Hannibal on it. It would be this one. It would be the reverse side.
Oh, okay.
And
I was gonna
it
ask,
comes with
'cause-
something else. It comes with something else. When I open the case up, it actually comes with, if I could take it out, lobby cards. I think
Ooh.
Orion put out these lobby cards in the United States. Like, here's this picture right here. These are like actual lobby cards
Oh,
that
nice.
they were given out. Hopefully, I don't see the one with Buffalo Bill in his vagina. Thank God they didn't include that one.
That'll been the most frightening photo I've ever seen.
And hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't include that in the booklet. Hopefully I didn't just flag us because of that.
Put the fucking lotion in the back.
Well, if I didn't get the video or this channel banned after hitting people with dildos on Saints Row and/or what we talked about on Late Night with the Devil last week, then I think we should be fine. I think vagina, non-vagina is fine.
But yeah, I did test it out quickly to see if it would work in my player. But then again, it's a 4K, and 4Ks, aside from those 2 Apple 4Ks from Italy, they work. This 4K works absolutely fine in a US player. So if you want to check it out, it's on Orbit DVD. Go pick it up. It's probably the definitive way to watch this movie. It even comes with.
Oh my God.
It even comes with the what you call it? The fuck, what is it? The original. I know I'm gonna go into techno blabble now, but it comes with the original 2.0 stereo track. When it was released in theaters, it was only in stereo, so they included the stereo track along with the 5.1.
Did you ever have the Kino Lorber 4K?
Yes, I did, but I sold that off for this one.
And if you've watched, so you believe that the Arrow one is the superior one of the two?
It's the same transfer. However, the color timing on the Kino for the first 20 minutes is off. The first 20 minutes on this looks better because that's more life to it. Because in the Kino 4K, the colors kind of like look dreary and all that stuff. This one gives it the HDR, and this one gives it a little bit more life. So I say pick this one. Otherwise, the exact same transfer. But
yeah, because like I'm curious also because I know Arrow just released the remake of Friday 13th. It's weird how they went from the first Friday 13th movie and now they went to the remake. They've not released part 2 yet. Wait, isn't part 2 did they? I know they have another Paramount Scares edition.
Yeah.
Friday 13th part 2 wasn't in that set, right?
Let me check. I'm not like all that informative about the Paramount Scares box set, but let's just see.
Yeah, because I have the first one. It's a really good set, and this other set's a little bit cheaper, but
let's just go on Amazon and see.
Yeah.
We have come on, give me Breakdown is in it. Movie Breakdown, Friday the 13th part 2.
Oh, it does come with okay.
Orphan, First Kill, and World War Z, which is already on fucking 4K from Shout Factory, so why would you pick that up unless it has the Atmos track? Maybe it does, I don't know.
It's funny because I have that edition of World War Z.
Yeah.
And also comes
the
with
only
the
thing I
cut.
don't like about that version of 4K, this is the reason why I haven't picked it up, because the unrated cut's not on 4K. The unrated cut is the only version of World War Z to watch.
And it's funny because, like, you know, and it is, I will say this, it is cheaper. It does come with one less movie. I will say, in my humble opinion, the only one probably worth a damn. Well, okay, so doesn't Breakdown also have a 4K?
I think in foreign territories. I think this is the first time it's getting released in the United States.
And Breakdown's a very underrated movie with fucking Kurt Russell, if you have not seen it.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Falling Down to get a 4K. I think that would actually look pretty damn good in 4K.
Yeah, but it's Warner, so I don't know.
Yeah. One of Joel Schumacher's to me, one of his less appreciated.
I think it's objectively, I think that might be Joel Schumacher's best movie. Objectively.
That one and The Lost Boys, those are like the two that, you know.
I mean, yeah. And if I remember correctly, although I do need to watch Phone Booth again. But
I love The Lost Boys.
But I love Joel Schumacher. It's just too bad his Batman movies get such a bad reputation because he didn't deserve any of that shit.
Well, I love Forever. I'm the only I love Forever. Robin.
Forever's awesome.
now, one thing I will say though, Soren says about speaking of Apple and 4K, hey, when are you going to give us these movies? Which I agree. But here's another thing. Disney, when in the fuck are you going to get off your fat asses with your big fat Deadpool Wolverine checks and give us fucking Barbarian on Blu-ray? I'm asking for 4K. I'm asking for a goddamn Blu-ray. I've been wanting just to buy bootleg, which I've only done that once with the Star Wars original theatrical versions on Blu-ray. But fuck that. I want Barbarian officially on Blu-ray. Why in the fuck haven't you released it?
At least they're getting a little bit together because they're doing the 6 sets and signs on 4K. So
and they did Prey. So
yeah.
I can't you know, but it is fucking stupid how they've not been able to fucking release that movie, especially when a lot of people are wanting it to come out on Blu-ray. I'm not even asking for a 4K. I would love a 4K of Barbarian, but I just want the Blu-ray. I'll even take a goddamn DVD. And I don't really buy DVDs, but I'll take a DVD.
So basically what you're saying, Chayton, is that you don't care if it's 1080p or even 4K for a freaking Barbarian.
Or 480i. DVDs are like 480i.
I'll take whatever because at least I can have it. Because I've got a Barbarian poster. I got an authentic Barbarian poster on my wall above my Halloween ends because I got 2 Halloween ends ones, IMAX and then a regular one. Again, most of the movies I have posters of, I have on physical media some way, shape, or form. That's like one of the only ones I have that, except for Indiana Jones, I think, because fuck that movie. I'm talking about the Dial of Destiny, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, like
Jose's got some fighting words for you, Victor.
Yeah.
I never even saw Dial of Destiny.
And I love James Mangold. Wolverine Logan is fucking one of my all-time favorite comic book movies. Walk the Line. He's made some great fucking movies. Ford v Ferrari.
Maybe his Bob Dylan biopic will be good. We'll have to wait.
I'm looking forward to that. He's great at biopics, so I'm to me one dud in my humble opinion.
9 Day.
Oh, he did 9 Day too?
Yes, he did.
I forgot. Okay, never mind. Okay, 2 duds. Okay, I can still forgive. And Night and Day, I'm going to say this. I prefer Night and Day over the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
9 Day, I don't know.
I've never seen it.
Me neither.
Although I've seen a lot of James Mangold's movies, but not everything. I've never seen Walk the Line. I know. Shoot me if you want, but I haven't seen it.
I'm on the same boat as you, Victor. I've never seen Walk the Line.
But I love Copland. People need to talk more about Copland.
Yeah, that is an underrated movie.
That's what Sylvester Stallone, right?
Stallone.
Yeah, okay. And that's another one. That's like, it's funny because I'm so keen on directors, but even I will say, I forget he directed this movie or directed that movie.
He is doing Swamp Thing, isn't he?
Oh! If he's doing Swamp Thing, he's gonna do a fucking excellent job. I would have liked James Gunn to do Swamp Thing. I feel like he would be the best to understand it and do it perfectly. But James Mangold, because again, James Mangold would be, I think, is going to be a good fit.
I mean, James Mangold, other than a couple of movies, he's really knocks it apart most of the time. It's very rare when he makes duds. It's very rare. And, not every director is going to be perfect. So, obviously,
exactly.
Not duds, but
exactly.
He's done more good than bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, his resume is really impressive, especially when it comes to the variety of genres he has tackled.
He's done movies about race cars. He's done movies about, again, biopics about country singers.
He's done a movie with, based on Old Man Logan. Come on.
Yeah, he did the Wolverine, which I know is always the forgotten Wolverine movie because it also for the fact that it came in between Logan and X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Actually, it came in before Days of Future Past. It came out right before Days of Future Past.
Because the end credit scene in Wolverine. Yeah, spoiler alert, but that movie's 11 years old, so. Yeah. But I like James Mangold quite a bit. What were we talking about before we go on? Silence of the Lambs, the 4. Oh yes. I love that edition. I'll talk about something before I go to a fucking Watch Mojo list because I always have to do that. I watched a movie last night to catch up on some 2024 movies, and I watched David Ayer's new film, The Beekeeper.
I saw that.
This movie is so stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, I feel the same way too.
It's the bottom of my best movies of the year. It's at the bottom of the list, but I'll admit I think I subscribed to a streaming service that had it just for a week, just because I wanted to watch it. I was like, you know what, I need to watch this. I've heard not too horrible things about it, and I came out
Soren.
Oh,
the you couldn't believe.
Oh, Jesus.
Ha. Very funny, Soren.
Oh, shit, I forgot. He did co-write Oliver and Company. Jesus Christ, he did. He wrote Oliver and Company. He did the Disney movie.
By the way, side note, guys, but what is y'all's thoughts on I know IGN is not really considered the best review company in the world nowadays, but what is y'all's thoughts of IGN as of late, given some of the most beloved movies and shows by critics, 5s out of 10s. They gave Penguin 5 out of 10.
They gave Penguin 5 out of 10. It has like a 93% rate on Rotten Tomatoes.
They gave Joker, which I know Joker 2 has been getting very mixed reviews as of late, but Joker 2 they gave it 5 out of 10. They gave Transformers 1 5 out of 10.
Damn.
I always forget though, the day that IGN lost their credibility in reviewing movies and TV shows was the day that they gave She-Hulk a 9 out of 10.
Hold on a second, Chayton.
She-Hulk was the. I'll tell you this much.
Was it just one episode,
She-Hulk,
or was it just the whole thing?
I think it was the whole thing, the whole show. She-Hulk is the reason why.
Okay, it was like the first one. You give first episode a try, but then when you go down later, especially how divisive that fucking trade is, which I don't even want to get into how the Civil War. Speaking of which, Alex Garland, make a movie about the MCU fans right now, or make a movie about Star Wars fans.
Hold up, Chayton. I have to read what Tanner said. Sorry, I'm late, everyone. I had to buzz off to do something else, but don't worry, I'll behave for the good of the hive.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I get it. Whoever likes She-Hulk, more power to you.
That's fine. I don't have anything against you as long as as long as you're not being an asshole about it. I don't care.
Yeah, but I will say this though: She-Hulk was basically because I've had a very hate-love relationship with Disney Plus's shows after WandaVision, The Mandalorian.
Okay, do we? Okay, is this about? Okay, all right. I'll let you finish. I'm not gonna pull Kanye West. I'll let you finish.
and so like it's like I'm not looking forward to Agatha all along. I don't care.
That's lead me to my next point. Why the fuck does that show exist? Why does it not exist?
Yeah.
You know me, guys. I'm a huge fan of WandaVision. But why do we need not one but 2 spinoffs of this shit? And why are we bringing back Ultron from the dead? Wanda literally killed that motherfucker.
Exactly.
God,
but I will say this:
it.
the only show outside of X-Men '97, the only show that I am looking forward to.
I'm so sorry, Hunter. You had to hear that, but I had to get it off my chest.
You're good.
Sorry.
The only show that I'm looking forward to is, of course, Daredevil Born Again, and I made this proclamation: if Daredevil Born Again sucks, I'm not talking. I don't even care if it's lesser than the Netflix shows. I'm just saying if it's just as bad as like She-Hulk and some of the other shows that Disney Plus made, I've said I'm never going to subscribe to Disney Plus again. I'll subscribe to Hulu. That's my loophole, but I will never subscribe to Disney Plus again.
By the way, congratulations to Shogun. You got fucking 18 Emmy wins. That's like
well deserved. Well fucking deserved.
Big record for them. FX making money, baby.
But yeah, like as far as Disney Plus, I made that proclamation because you can fuck with any other thing I like, but you fuck with Netflix's Daredevil, like how Kid Rock said it with the Trump assassination. You fuck with Netflix's Daredevil, you fuck with me, and I'm taking my money to David Zaslav and going to Max because they gave me The Last of Us.
I hate David Zaslav. You know me, I hate him more than anybody else.
I will gladly take my however much a month, and I will gladly be like, hey, here, Mr. Zaslav, here you go. Here's my money.
Evil, I mean,
because David Zaslav was he in charge of Warner Bros. Discovery when The Last of Us came out?
No, I don't think he was. I think that was still wait. When did he go? When did the merger happen? Was it late 2022? So when it went into production, he wasn't on board. But when it aired, I believe he was. So
okay,
it wasn't really his thing. So
yeah, I will say that. But like I've said that The Last of Us is one of the and I will admit I'm a casual Last of Us. I'm not this diehard big Last of Us.
I like the game. I'm a casual fan as well.
But that show was fucking like we talk about this in wrestling. That game was just or that show was just pure cinema. Like I can't
believe Craig Mason went from Scary Movie 3 and 4 to that.
Yeah.
He did Scary Movie 3 and 4.
Oh,
Superhero
wait.
movie.
Hunter says
I have a
Girl
soft
was
spot
canceled
for
because of
superhero
him.
movie at least, but not scary movie.
What about the first two, Jared? You like the first two Scary Movies, or?
I haven't seen them enough, actually.
Oh.
Or it's been a long time since I've seen those. So.
I mean, he was, but like The Last of Us, I believe, finished production like before he stepped in. So technically, it wasn't because like, it was greenlit under the different guy, Jason Keller, I believe, was the former guy who ran Warner Media before the fucking bullshit started. So. He also did Borderlands before he had his. Oh, that's right. Craig Mason did write Borderlands, but he asked Eli Roth and the producer to take his name off the movie because Evia Rod was fucking around.
Really, I don't blame him for wanting to get his name.
Because a lot of it, apparently, what happened was that they changed so much of his script that he wanted his name taken off.
Exactly.
So, damn.
I feel bad for Kate Blanchett.
I hated Borderlands.
I feel bad. These are the people I feel bad for because I'm not the biggest Kevin Hart fan. I feel bad for Jamie Lee Curtis. I feel bad for Kate Blanchett, and I feel bad for Eli Roth because whether anybody I like most of Eli Roth's movies. I need to, like, everybody keeps telling me rewatch Death Wish. It's better than what you think it was because I hated that movie when it came out because I'm a fan of the Charles Bronson.
Bowling ball. Isn't it somebody get killed with a bowling ball at Death Wish?
Yeah.
But like, I love Hostel. I love Cabin Fever. I love Thanksgiving. I'm so happy that movie, 15 or so years after that fake trailer that was in fucking Grindhouse, it became a real thing. Now I just need, please, whoever has the rights to this, I need Werewolf Woman of the SS with Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu. I want that.
What?
Yes. If you ever seen Grindhouse or Planetary Death Proof and you saw the fake trailers, because Machete was a fake trailer, Hobo with a Shotgun was a fake trailer, and then Thanksgiving, there may be a third one or fourth one I'm missing that actually got made into a movie. But I want Werewolf Woman of the SS directed by Rob Zombie with Nicolas Cage because he was in that trailer as Fu Manchu.
Oh my god!
And he just says, "This is my vengeance." And he starts laughing. He has this stupid man, like again, Fu Manchu mustache, wacky hair. I want a Fu Manchu movie with Nicolas Cage, but put in that. Fuck it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry for tangenting again.
Where were we?
That's the Beekeeper.
We're lost.
We were lost. Yeah, foreshadowing. The Beekeeper is when you think about it, a really dumb direct-to-video action movie that you see at the bargain bin at Walmart for $5. But it somehow has a bigger budget to include Jason Statham, so you could see him kick the butts out of so many people and kill lots of people, especially in the most ridiculous ways possible. For example, in the scene where he literally attached that one guy to the back of his damn truck, and then he goes the car goes flying into the water, just like if it was Jackass or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised Johnny Knoxville didn't make a cameo in there.
Oh my god, this movie is fucking funny. By the way, do not watch this movie when you're drinking alcohol because so many bee pods, you'll be poisoned with alcohol by the time it's over.
Oh,
really? They do it that damn much. Notes. They do it that much. And then we also have fucking Josh Hutcherson and Jeremy Irons as literally father and son, and they're so over the top, but they're fucking hilarious together.
Yeah.
It is so fucking it's not a movie that is technically a great movie, nor I would say maybe even be a good movie, but it is just a movie to put on if you want to have a good time and maybe just laugh.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, I had such a good time watching it.
Minnie Driver's only in it for like 2 scenes.
I did.
But
like, what do you expect from like an action movie starring Jason Statham.
It's better than B movie. I'll give you that. It's better than B movie. B movie can fuck its ass. That movie is
Yes.
terrible. It's not funny, and I don't like how it became a meme. I really don't like B movie. I
It's
really
gotten
don't.
tiresome, that meme. It's just like, come on,
Oh
we've had enough of
Jesus.
it.
But the action is, for the most part, is pretty good. There's a couple of instances of CGI blood, but it's not too much to the point where it's like distracting.
No.
It's one of these things where you it is a definition of a shut your brain off movie. You have to shut your fucking brain off all the way to fully enjoy the movie. The subplot with the FBI agents I didn't really care for because they didn't really connect that much to the movie except for at the beginning. It didn't really connect too much. By the end, I'm just like, I don't care about these two FBI agents. But it's a good time. It's not the greatest movie in the world, nor is it going to be like, say, high art Oscar bait bullshit, but it's just a fun movie to just sit back and watch. And it's a decent movie. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I gave it.
It's not bad at all. So, The Beekeeper, I would recommend. It's on Prime Video at the moment, so if there's easier access to it, go watch it on Prime Video because MGM is owned by Amazon and Amazon corporate synergy. But I'm debating about which Watch Mojo topic I want to do. I'm debating about the top 30 most hated actors or the top 20 most unwatchable movies.
Oh, I haven't seen the unwatchable ones, but I've seen the hated actors one.
Do the I say unwatchables one.
Unwatchables? Rewatchables? Yeah. No, that's actually a good podcast.
Yeah. Yes.
The Rigger. Go watch it on listen to it on Spotify. But I guess I will go with the most unwatchable movies.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some water.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Okay.
Just fill me in the blanks when I get back.
Number 20 is the Emoji Movie, which somehow got to number 1 on Netflix the same week they put on Lost. What kind of sick world do we live in where the Emoji Movie beats Lost in a Netflix top 10?
I remember, let's see, I watched this movie.
I feel bad for you, by the way, Jared.
I'm no longer friends with. We watched it at his house, and it was so bad. It was the same night that we actually watched, I think we watched 50 Shades Darker.
Oh, God. Which 50 Shades is that one?
That's the
last one, right?
No,
50 Shades Still Free is the last one.
Oh, it's the middle one.
The middle one, he like, oh man, he might have died in a helicopter.
Oh, that's right. He might have died in a helicopter.
And then he comes
he's
back,
like, oh, hi,
it's fine.
I'm alive. Yeah, he's fine. And it's also the one where he has a fucking Chronicles of Riddick poster in the fucking background, apparently. He has a Chronicles of Riddick poster. By the way, the Chronicles of Riddick, piece of shit. It's awful. I hate Chronicles of Riddick.
Well, what did I miss?
Number 20 was the Emoji Movie. That's all you missed.
Okay.
We went into like a fucking conversation about 50 Shades Darker, about how Christian Grey had a Chronicles of Riddick poster when he like,
wait, I think I might have remembered that.
Chronicles.
Jared, did your friend hate you? Is that why he made you watch those 2 movies?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Don't ask him about that. And number 19, Collateral Beauty. This is the one.
Oh, that's
This is, I heard,
kind of offensive movie.
Yeah, because
it has a great ensemble cast in it too.
Yeah, Will Smith, Edward Norton, Keira Knightley, Kate Winslet, Helen Mirren, and yet they have to like manipulate Will Smith's character about how his family is not dead or something like that. Like, y'all, that's stupid. Number 18.
That sounds
stupid.
amazing.
Number 18. I could say this and it'll give it away. Harry Hole.
Oh my god.
The Snowman.
I love
gosh.
The Snowman in the best.
And that movie had potential too.
So boring at the same time.
What happened was with that movie, the reason why it didn't go so well is because apparently they didn't shoot the whole script.
Yep.
I think that's what happened. They did not shoot the whole script because the studio told them to shut it down production.
even to the like, I've seen this movie twice, and I'm still like, when the killer's revealed, I'm like, who is that guy?
I guess you forgot who the killer was.
Number
I think
17.
the movie forgot who the killer was.
Number 17, a movie that got acknowledged by Deadpool and Wolverine during a certain montage at the end of the movie. Number 17 is Fantastic Four 2015.
Ugh.
It got acknowledged in
And
Deadpool
Force
and
Stick.
Wolverine for some reason.
And four stick.
Michael Pena, I believe he is. I believe he is in
I
Blood of
think
Beautiful.
so.
Oh, jeez. Number 16, 1,000 Words.
Never heard of that one.
It's an Eddie Murphy movie where I think he has 1,000 words to speak or else he dies.
I remember the poster for that. I swear.
It's just a thing. It's just
When did
It's
it come out?
2012.
Oh, okay, that's probably why. Because I was probably during Eddie,
I
kind of the era where
remember.
Eddie Murphy movies weren't anything special.
I remember this.
Number
When it came out.
15. You probably never heard of this movie, but it's a movie called Soul Man. It's from 1986. It stars C. Thomas Howell. It's about a guy who wants to get into a scholarship, I believe, to Harvard. And instead, in order to get there, he has to pretend to be black. So he wears basically
Oh
black
my
face.
god, I see
What?
Yes.
That sounds
Believe
so.
it or not,
That sounds so stupid.
Believe it or not, you want to know something even crazier? The late great James Earl Jones is in that movie. I wish I was making that up. I wish I was making that up.
That is
Yeah.
insane that a movie like this came out in 1986. That is
Even
insane.
86, you'll be like, what the hell were you thinking? Kind of.
Wow.
Good Lord. Oh my God. Number 14, Gotti.
You cocksucker! Do you realize what you've done? This is gonna follow you for the rest of your fucking.
What a passion project.
Directed by E from Entourage, of all fucking people.
You're saying Gotti, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, with the fucking Pitbull music. Oh my God.
Oh my. And
And the scene where I think it's his son gets run over by a car and he's like, it's running at like what, 6 miles an hour?
5 miles per hour.
Number 13, a movie called Empire. It's an Andy Warhol piece where it's just
Oh
a shot
yes.
of the Empire State Building, and it's 8 hours and 5 minutes.
You can watch it all on YouTube if you want.
Oh my God.
8 hours and 5.
And it's a
That's
slow
like,
motion
I
shot.
wouldn't even call
Oh my
that a film at that
gosh.
point. I think it's an experiment.
Come on. I would be bored.
Oh boy, number 12, a movie that was, I think, my worst. No, yeah, was this the worst one? Yeah, for me, this is the worst film of 2008. The Love Guru. The
Oh.
Wait,
Love
what is it?
Guru. It's the Love
Oh.
Guru.
Ah.
It's
Oh,
awful.
and Mike Myers?
Yes, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. It is
Oh,
so
from what I
bad.
hear.
It's so bad.
Not
actually
Jesse
surprised
Eisenberg.
that the
Justin
Love
Timberlake
Guru was
plays a
not-
Canadian.
I'm actually surprised the Love Guru wasn't on that the Razzie thing that was on a Criterion channel.
Yeah, because of one worst picture.
It's so
It's-
bad.
And it killed Mike Myers' career. Other than Bohemian Rhapsody, he hadn't done shit. Except for Shrek 5 when that comes out. Number 11. Oh, God. Harmony Korine. I meet you, you son of a bitch. Gummo.
Oh,
Oh.
I just look at the scene of him in the bathtub and it's like, ugh.
I hate Harmony Korine. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
I just don't like him.
Spring Breakers, anyone?
Oh, yes. Brank. Fucking piece
I
of
hated that
shit.
movie.
Other
Other than who's the guy who played the rap guy in Spring Breakers?
Isn't it James Franco?
Yeah, other than him,
Right.
yeah, fuck that movie.
It's terrible. Number 10. Son of the Mask. Randy, what are you doing? Is this why
I-
Ghostface killed you?
I
Because he saw Son of the Mask in the future, and this is what you would be doing, so he killed you to make sure Son of the Mask doesn't get made in the Scream continuity?
Never touched that movie.
It's awful. The CGI baby.
It's the
CGI
first movie
baby.
I've said that raped my childhood as a kid.
Here's the thing, though. You know what's funny? Because I'm not old enough to, I didn't watch the original Mask when I was a kid. I saw Son of the Mask first, and I thought that was an original movie and not a sequel for a very long time.
Well, of
Why
course,
would you,
because
why would you
like,
do
there's
that to yourself,
really,
Victor?
there's really no like if
God.
you watch it as a standalone film, you will not know that this movie is a sequel, really.
Yeah.
And
It's just like, and also like that whole joke, ransom joke towards the end where he just yells, "Give me back my son." I'm just like, I liked it the first time.
Tanner?
Okay, number 9, Alone in the Dark.
Oh my god! I kind of want to watch that movie.
I've never seen an Uwe Boll movie in my entire life.
I've seen 2.
I think I might have seen a little bit of In the Name of the King.
That's the one I was thinking of that you probably would have watched because
maybe
just like
I think I might have seen just a little bit of it.
No. I can think of a worse one. Get ready, Jared.
Blood Rain?
House of the Dead.
I heard that movie
Oh,
was
that's another
awful.
Oh.
Number 8. Hey, Lucas. Zoolander 2.
oh, fuck that movie.
Oh, what episode
Didn't
of Painting
hate
Gang was
that
that?
one.
I
Well, I've
forget
never
which
seen
one
the
was
first
that one.
Zoolander, but I saw Zoolander 2 when I was trying to, watch a bunch of movies at the time. That was when I first started getting into
Poolander 2.
Poolander 2. Oh my god.
I think that's what Romy called it.
Yeah, it's just I've never even seen the original Zoolander because it looked so over the top, but maybe I will, but definitely not the second movie because Jesus Christ. Ben
You never
Stiller.
seen Zoolander 1?
No, I never saw it.
But
I still haven't either.
Benedict Cumberbatch, I feel so bad for you.
He was in that shit?
He has a very special cameo in Zoolander 2.
Oh my god. I know there's a lot of other people like Neil deGrasse Tyson apparently is in Zoolander 2. The scientist. Anyway, number 7. I don't even know what this is, but it's called how is I supposed to pronounce this? Titty cut Follies? Is that what it's pronounced? Titty cut? T-I-T-I-C-U-T.
What? What kind of name is that?
It's spelled T-I-T-I-C-U-T Follies. It was a movie from 1967. It's a documentary, and it was selected for the Library of Congress for preservation because of it's basically about a mental institution and the patients within the mental institution. It's a documentary about them. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know, huh?
Oh.
Number 6.
Oh, it was banned. Okay.
Oh, it was banned?
The film violated the patient's privacy and dignity.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it sounds like exploitation.
Apparently it's got good reviews, but yeah, probably.
How is it gonna get good reviews when it got banned?
Yeah.
Because nobody can watch it.
I guess they're like, well, these people are dead now.
You know,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
is probably
we can review it now.
This is probably our reaction.
Number 6. Oh dear God, no. Solo. Oh dear God, no.
120 Days of Sodom.
No. It's like Lars von Trier, but like from 30 years prior for when his pieces of shit.
You're talking about that masterpiece of a movie?
Solo is not a masterpiece. It's exploitation, torture porn before Saw tamed it and made it better.
Oh, it was the greatest movie I ever saw.
Oh, you get the fuck out of here, Chayton.
Number 5, Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Catwoman's a better movie than Madam Web.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I agree, and I hate Catwoman, but
I hate Catwoman. Don't get me wrong. I hated it back then, too. Before, it was like one of the worst things I've ever seen. But when Madam Web came out, that topped it. And funny, they use the same fucking song from that damn basketball scene. When they go inside the diner, they play the same song for that stupid-ass basketball scene in Catwoman. Damn it. Anyway, number 4, Jack and Jill. Bucky Larson was worse. that year. Bucky Larson is a worse movie. I hate Jack and Jill, but Bucky Larson.
Oh my god!
It literally killed brain cells in me. Like, I'm surprised that Bucky Larson didn't win Worst Picture.
Jack and Jill killed my brain cells for me.
Oh boy, number 3.
Oh.
This is gonna be very personal to Jared because he was his first episode that he ever did. It's The Last Airbender.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Bring me all your elderly. I don't know why that's the only scene I can think of on the top of my head. But
honestly, I forget everything about that movie. Ever since I saw it for the second time.
Is it M. Night's worst? No, I think it might be his second worst.
That's
Old is my worst.
Last Airbender for me. No,
what? At least
with The Last Airbender, it's like at least I forget about its existence.
No, I say Last Airbender.
Plus, the chick who played the princess was not bad to look at, besides the penis hair. So.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, I'm trying to come up with positives with The Last Airbender. I'm trying. I heard that TV show that Netflix is doing is fucking terrible as well. So that's why I don't adapt things to live action sometimes.
Just stay as it is.
Go Cannibal Holocaust.
I kind of like that.
Funny enough, I have that on Blu-ray. I just can't show it because they'll probably get the video taken down because it has the lady on the stick.
Oh my god. Cannibal Holocaust.
I saw it and it was a kind of crazy time.
Oh boy.
But I do not condone any of the animal violence that happened in that movie.
What, you're a spokesperson for PETA now? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's going to make my stomach twist.
Kaladi get like a stick.
Oh, yeah. I forgot The Last Airbender score. The score was great. James Newton Howard did the best he could. Absolutely. It's just the movie was bad. Number 1, Battlefield Earth, which we have to review at some point because William thought it was a good idea to put it on the damn wheel.
Gives me a reason to watch it.
Battlefield Earth, of all fucking movies, based on a book written by the founder of Scientology. It's just, oh my god! I've seen it once. All this movie is this. That's pretty much what this is. And then also, like some of the worst dialogue: a demon, a monster, a beast. I don't know why. Also, endless options for renewal.
You're welcome.
Also, they have to go to Fort Knox to get gold. And the aliens don't know what Fort Knox is, I think.
They're probably too dumb just to, know the context behind that term.
Oh my god. Speaking of Scientology, insert your own Emily Armstrong joke here. I had to go there. I'm so sorry.
Not related to Neil Armstrong, mind you.
Oh my god, I know that's an easy joke to do. I know, considering what Linkin Park is going through right now, it's an easy joke, but I'm a comedian. I'm sorry. I don't mean no ill will, and the song is good, so I don't mean no ill will. I know Jose sent me something. If I want to go over that real quick, I think Jose sent me was it Jose? I think it might have been in the film form. I want to check quickly because somebody, hold on. Oh, yes. Oh no, Hunter did. Not what you call it? The not Jose, I thought. It's a list. Quickly, I'll just go over this. The top 20 most infuriating TV show theme songs of all time. Number 20 is The Big Bang Theory.
The most annoying?
Yes, the most annoying TV theme song of all time. Big Bang Theory.
Agree with that.
Hey, that song's actually good. The show, I could take or leave, but
I like the show. But after for example, it sucks if you're binging it. Because if you're binging it and hearing
that goes for all sitcoms, all sitcoms are kind of repetitive. Number 19, a show literally called Butt Ugly Martians. Apparently, this aired on Nickelodeon for 2 fucking years. and yet nobody remembers this. Number 18, it's a movie. It's a show called But Ugly Martians. It aired on Nickelodeon for 2001 to 2003, so it lasted 2 fucking years. Number 18, Pickle and Peanut. I vaguely remember the show. I vaguely remember being shit. Number 17, The Ropers. It's a spinoff of Three's Company, apparently. Number 16, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue. I vaguely remember the show as well. Number 15, The Mindy Project. Number 14, Charles in Charge. Number 13, South Park for the theme song?
What?
To South Park?
What?
Number 12 is Caillou.
Oh, that prick.
Number 11 is The Nut Shack. Number 10, Hammerman, based on MC. It was a cartoon based on MC Hammer. I swear to God. Number 9, Scaredy Squirrel. Number 8, Star Trek Enterprise. Oh yeah, that's the one with the fucking pop song that they did. Oh my God.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes, they did. It's like an adult contemporary song for this is right before, this is when Star Trek was dying, before the J.J. Abrams reboot. Number 7, I don't know if you'd even consider it a show. Happy Tree Friends? Isn't that online?
Oh my God, that's on YouTube.
Yeah. Number 6.
I used to watch that a lot.
Number 6, Elmo's World. Elmo's World. Number 5, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay. Number 4, The L Word. Number 3, Animaniacs. Number 2, Fanboy and Chum Chum. Number 1 is Barney.
Animaniacs?
I
Really?
love you.
No,
really?
Really, Animaniacs of all
Really?
people.
Anime.
No singing allowed on this show. Anyway, I'm done now.
Sorry.
Jared?
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm just going to quickly go with this because I got a mini topic and then I'll go into my 2 main topics.
Okay.
So, you know how Morgan and I have been, we haven't done it for a little bit, but watching the 1001 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan got the book.
The book.
For the newest edition.
What was the newest edition? This year?
No, it was the last movies it has is from 2020.
Oh, wow, right when the pandemic happened.
So yeah, the last movies it has from 2020 are Tenet, Ma Rainey's
Really?
Black Bottom.
Tenet?
Yeah.
Tenet? One of the worst. Some of the worst sound mixing of all time. Tenet.
Listen, even Morgan. Okay, so Morgan shared this with me. She walked out of Tenet.
I can't blame her. It's my least favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, same. Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, Lover's Rock, and Nomadland. But yeah, she wanted to get this book in particular because we watched another one on the list, and she was interested to know maybe to understand maybe why certain ones were on the list.
Okay.
So it's and so because they give a little summary of maybe what the movie's about, but also into why they were maybe chosen, and it does just that. And there's obviously a lot on here, and the one thing with the 1001 movies, See Before You Die, is they change it every so often.
Yeah, that's the
fit them all
problem.
in, so you will never ultimately end up watching all of them.
Yes, it'll be
because
what?
some of them you watch might end up off of the list.
Yeah.
But, really cool book though, making me excited to actually watch more. So yeah, I'm going to go into my first big main topic because I just finished this movie. I split this movie up into 3 viewings.
It sounds like a bad sign already.
Okay.
Because of the nature of the movie itself, from what I was told of how the movie works. I watched Kevin Costner's big.
Oh no! You watched Horizon?
I watched Horizon Chapter 1.
No, Kevin Costner, you ego fuck.
This is a movie, like, when I watched the trailer, I was fucking excited for this movie. I was like, oh my god, this movie needs to be the best movie ever made, or, you know, it's going to be all for nothing. I'm a big lover of, like, passion projects and stuff. The fact that he was willing to just, you know, make himself, you know, poor to
He literally decided to leave Yellowstone to fucking do this bullshit.
It's a passion project he's been toying with since the 80s and stuff, and it's gonna be 4 movies.
Oh yeah, and yet New Line drops the second one from coming out, so I don't even know who's gonna pick it up.
The third movie could potentially be a tax write-off, and the fourth one may never even see the light of day. But yeah, so before the reviews came out, everything, I was very excited for the movie. And then the reviews came out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to dampen my expectations quite a bit, probably. And then people started talking about the movie in that it doesn't feel like a movie, but it feels like a 3 show. Episodes of a mini-series. I think I recently looked at Soren's like little mini review on Letterboxd that was like, this should have just been like an AMC miniseries.
Oh my god! I don't even think AMC would even.
I would touch it. Like, it's one of those things where, yeah, and that's the problem with the movie. It's so sweeping that it forgets to be a movie, and it does feel like it would serve better as a miniseries because it does not serve well as a film, because you're juggling with so many characters to the point where it's like there's no climax in the movie. And it's like, I'm okay with a movie that has like, I'm okay with some cliffhanger movies and stuff. If you don't have a resolution, like for a movie because there's a second one, whatever. But as long as there is a climax that is a satisfying climax, it's fine. Movie has, like, the climax of this movie is maybe the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Weird.
So yeah, it feels like 3 episodes. A lot of people have talked about how Kevin Costner appears after the first hour. The first hour, I was kind of into the film a little bit. I will say it was kind of boring. In fact, most of this movie,
it's like 3 hours fucking long too. I'm just like,
it's really fucking boring, and there's no characters to really gravitate towards. You don't care for anybody. You can't even really remember anybody's name. The movie really starts, but the movie does have this.
This movie is the Western version of Rebel Moon, except about the slow motion and the violence.
Also, here's the thing too: it promotes like outdated ideas of the West, like more of like the 1960s John Wayne era.
Oh, geez, and John Wayne's already not a nice guy, so yikes, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, it's not like something that we would see and say like with Unforgiven or something that kind of really demystifies.
So it's like it's not the anti-violent Western like Unforgiven was.
Yeah, and so the first hour mainly focuses on this small settlement that gets attacked by Native Americans, and that scene is really thrilling. And the aftermath of that, with like barely any survivors, and Sam Worthington comes in with
no, Jake Sully, what are you doing?
Michael Rooker and what's his face? Danny Houston.
Oh, is he typecast as a bad guy again?
He's not a bad guy in this.
Oh wow! For the first time, he's not actually a fucking bad guy. Look at you, the Crow.
I will say this: anytime Sam Worthington or Michael Rooker are on screen, it's fantastic. Like, their scenes are fantastic and their performances are really good, because for the most part in this movie, it's like History Channel level acting.
What is that supposed to be?
Besides the show Vikings, I guess it would be like just very not great. I was trying to think of like something that was like a channel that's not known for being
Discovery does some scripted programming sometimes.
but
like
yeah,
they did that Unabomber show.
And then the second hour comes. So I watched that one day and I was like, this is like a middling, like 6 out of 10, maybe close to a 7 and stuff like that. There was some really boring moments, but there's stuff that's really thrilling. And then a couple days later, I watched the next hour of the film, and that one has Kevin Costner and the guy that plays Vecna in Stranger Things season 4, and I think she played one of the wives in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
she plays a prostitute, and I kid you not, like the first 5 minutes of this moment of this like hour of the film is absolutely terrible. Like, genuinely so badly written. It's basically this prostitute trying to get Kevin Costner to sleep with her.
Oh, this sounds like the Postman all over again. Remember? Knocking up a married woman? I'm just like, I already had it bad enough with the Postman, Kevin Costner. Shut up. Oh, yeah.
And
fucking egomaniac shit. Oh, you get to bang younger chicks.
And then it's like, that stuff is so fucking boring. So then, like, when it does go back to Sam Worthington and stuff, it's again fantastic. So it's like the movie is inconsistent with its plot lines. Some are a lot better than others. I really think that Kevin Costner's part of the movie is the worst part of the movie.
Really?
And then we get to the third part of the film, which mainly focuses on what is his name? Hold on a second. I'm gonna be upset with myself for not remembering this dude's fucking name. Why can't I find? Oh yeah, Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson of what? You did Charlie's Angels, and now you're doing this shit?
His storyline is pretty fine, but it's like, again, very boring, like the majority of the film. Also, there's a weird thing in the last hour where very awkward, prolonged, like 2 minutes of watching a woman like strip and bathe.
Is this just like to gawk at? Because people are like, let's show titties. So
I think so. Because
oh my god,
it's very kind of. And then here's the thing: the movie climaxes sort of in the last like 5 minutes, and then I kid you not, like you're like, okay, well that's the end of that scene, and then the music starts swelling and swelling, and then it does a clip show of what to expect in the next chapter. There's no dialogue or anything. It's just showing shots and moments of the next film as a little teaser. And it sounds
like a network promo. It sounds like a network promo for the next episode to come out next week.
This is one of the worst endings I have ever seen to a film. like and it's like the movie just doesn't know when to end at that point and everything. And then the credits finally roll. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess the movie's over finally. Okay. But yeah, it was like nothing was learned. It's like nobody goes through, because it's like you would think that he planned this out as 4 movies. So you would think that each one, like, even though it's like they're all part of a whole, that they would feel like a contained like story or have some sort of theme or something to them. No, I mean, it's just, it feels like scenes happening. And then also, this entire 4 film saga is supposed to take place over 12 years. So there are time jumps in the film, and they don't convey when these time jumps happen, because it cut from Kevin Costner and this prostitute running away for something, and she has this child with her that's like maybe like 2 years old or something, and then she reappears several scenes later, and that child is a lot older.
Oh.
And I was very confused. Yeah. So, and then also, movie is very underlit. To the point where it's like you can't see people's faces because the sun, they film where the sun is always behind them.
Oh,
and
geez.
so there's just a big shadow in front of their face and everything, and you can't tell who anybody is.
Oh my god.
I will say this. The music, fucking fantastic. I'll say that.
That's not good enough.
I'll say that. A few performances like Sam Worthington and stuff are good. That storyline is good. One is okay enough. Also, one has Lapidus in it. So
what?
Yeah, Lapidus is in the movie.
What?
Yeah.
Lapidus?
Mm-hmm.
What? You're telling me Jeff Fahey's
actually in the climax
movie?
of the
Oh my god.
movie?
Jesus Christ, Lapidus, get on your fucking motorcycle bullshit and get out of the way.
So yeah, like I think okay, so on
Not motorcycle,
Letterboxd,
helicopter. Why did I say motorcycle? I'm killing my brain cells now.
on Letterboxd, I gave this movie a 5 at the time, but on like I literally said in my review, I'm like, I guess it's a 5, maybe a 4. I'm like, I probably might give it a 4 at some point. I think I'm probably just gonna give it a 4. It's just not a very good movie.
What do you think was going to happen with part 2? That's the thing.
It is one of the most disappointing things I have ever seen because I was really excited for this. I was really championing it. And then the early reviews are now coming out for chapter 2, and they're not that much better right now.
The thing is that Warner Brothers said, fuck you, we're not releasing this movie, so where is it going to go? That's my question. Is he going to pull a fucking Angel Studios and self-release it himself? Jesus Christ.
I'm also wondering if it just ends up on Max.
I don't think it will. I think Zaslav is done with Kevin Costner.
So yeah, that was my review of Horizon. It was extremely frustrating and really, really disappointing. So now I'm going to go to something happier because we like happy, and I'll try to be as quick as I can.
Yes, we do like happy.
Oh, hi, Vincent.
So I finished. Morgan and I, in our watch through the MCU, have finally finished Phase 2.
Oh.
Nice.
So I have a ranking of all 6 movies. And I mean, I will say, number one is my number one is, not going to be everybody's number one. So it's there's some surprises there and everything. But I mean, for the most part, I feel unless you move things around, it's par for the course with how people think about Phase 2, maybe.
Let me guess. For the Dark World's at the bottom.
Thor: The Dark World is at the bottom. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like this movie.
A lot of people, and here's the thing, though, it's so funny. I've seen it so conflicting things. So people didn't like how For the Dark World turned out. They went the more comedic route for Ragnarok. People like that, and then they tried to make it even more comedic with Love and Thunder. Then people hate it. What do you want from Thor? Do you not want it to exist?
I prefer the darker tone. Like I still think Ragnarok is the better movie, obviously, but I think that I prefer the more serious, darker tone of Thor: The Dark World. I like, it's almost like this weird like fantasy movie and stuff, and I like those elements about it a lot.
But yeah, let's why not throw in a forgettable villain in there?
But that's the thing too. The villain is
Christopher Eccleston, isn't it? Wasn't it Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I like
he was bland as fuck.
Having Jane in Asgard. I think that stuff's kind of cool. Chris Hemsworth is great, and well, Tom Hiddleston is fantastic as Loki. It's not very memorable, but I do think that it's better than people give it credit for.
Alan Taylor's like one of the most cursed TV directors who can never catch a break with movies.
He is. Poor guy.
Because he is such a great TV director. Are you kidding me? Echo was in For the Dark World? You gotta be kidding me!
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
No!
But yeah. I'm a defender of Thor: The Dark World. I mean, I know it's not like a popular opinion, but you know,
I'm not a fan of it personally.
At the same time, I'm like, this isn't like the best. This is on the lower end still.
Again, Alan Taylor, he is such a great TV director. He is so good, but then when he does movies, he always seems to fuck up. This, Terminator Genesis, the Sopranos prequel thing.
Yeah, I was not a fan of Thor: The Dark World, but once Loki showed up, that was probably the best part. Like, why couldn't that be the whole movie?
And so then at number 5, I have Ant-Man. Ant-Man is kind of like that little movie that could.
I put it a little bit higher.
I really enjoy the first Ant-Man. Well, I enjoy both Ant-Man movies, but I prefer the first one. And stuff.
Both. There's 3 and nobody likes 3.
It's just a very like simple movie that has like just
that's what I like about
likable characters and is fucking funny.
There's
Michael Pena is great in this.
There's also an Ant-Man which is refreshing. There's little stakes in the movie. It's not really a big deal, but I kind of like that.
And that was a thing too I was noticing, because a lot of people talk about how the MCU is and everything, and talk about MCU humor and like movies that feel like MCU movies and stuff. And I'm like, you know, I feel like in watching them like in close proximity like this, it's like I still don't really see like the transition to that kind of thought and everything. These still kind of feel like their own movies and not like products.
I feel phase 4 is when they started to become products.
And
well, some of them, not some more than others. Some more than others.
Ant-Man has like a lot of heart and everything. It does have like a weaker villain that kind of.
I think I prefer the second one. Honestly,
kind of reminds me of some of the weaker elements of Iron Man, but Iron Man has done a whole lot better.
Yeah, what's his name? Yellow Jacket.
Yeah,
it kind of felt like a weak villain. That's like my only problem I had with the first Ant-Man movie, but
he's just a big fat Bumblebee wannabe. I'm
like,
not a Transformer.
It was great.
Now at this point, I think all of the next films are great. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot. Edgar Wright was supposed to do Ant-Man, but then he got fired. I think it was Ike Perlmutter who fired him. I think it was Perlmutter.
I remember that.
Fucking Perlmutter.
So this might be controversial, maybe, sort of. But again, I love all these movies here. I'm putting it number, what is this, 4? Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Wow!
I do love Captain America: The Winter Soldier, but everything it everything. I love everything about it, from like the political thriller spy aspect of it. I love all. I love the stuff with Bucky, and I love the stuff with the relationship with Captain America and Natasha.
Oh,
that stuff is fantastic and everything, and I love the tense feeling I get when Hydra takes over. That there's like a lot of stakes there that I really
it's really
like.
funny that even though they said it was a big deal about Hydra doing all this shit to S.H.I.E.L.D., but ultimately by Phase 3, it doesn't really mean much of anything.
Exactly. and I'll
it's like nothing really ever. It more affects Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show, than the whole franchise.
And listen, I'll say this too. Elements that I love in The Winter Soldier, for me, I think are done even better in Civil War.
Oh, yes.
Is
that
my
and
favorite
Phase.
Captain America movie. Winter Soldier, to me, I've just never connected with it like others have. But I still like rank it as one of the best ones of one of the best in the MCU. But
it's my number 6 favorite.
It's never like one of my favorites to
People
revisit.
still say that, it's the best MCU movie. I wouldn't go that far.
Me neither.
I'm gonna be honest.
I say it's my number 6 favorite.
And next, I will go with Guardians of the Galaxy, a movie that I genuinely was not a big fan of when I originally watched it. I was excited for it because of the trailers, and for some reason, it like disappointed me when I originally watched it. I watched it this time, and I think I love this movie.
That's my number 1.
Down to the characters.
It's a good film.
That's my number 1.
I like the second one better, though. I'm sorry.
I do too.
Thank God, finally! Finally! Somebody who likes Volume 2 more than Volume 1 like I do.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
The thing is, for me, it takes a while for me to really...
And plus, that villain is so weak. He's a pussy. He's a pussy.
For Guardians of the Galaxy, it takes me, 30 minutes to really get into the film for me. But I still love it, and it's because of those characters, and they are so well done. And it's just a really fun movie to watch. It's not one of my favorite MCU movies, but it is on the higher end. Obviously,
it's pretty good still. It's still pretty good. But
I love Volume 2 more though.
Yeah,
the first one is my 5th favorite of all time.
And now,
oh God, I hope we have the same number 1 now, because it could be. Call me biased. I don't know.
One of them's got to be.
I don't think we do, but I will tell you that regardless, I love these two movies so fucking much. My number 2 is Age of Ultron.
Oh fuck!
I'm sorry.
God damn it! I don't get the hate for this movie. I really don't.
I fucking love this movie.
Call me biased. I don't care.
I'm
you are biased.
Shut up.
In
fact, I can play this clip.
Would probably be still oh, that's pretty cool. I love this more than the first Avengers.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's hard.
Things about this movie
I say
that
the first one.
I love. I love the downtime that we get with the characters.
Yes.
That scene of them in Avengers Tower, just chilling, having a party,
drinking, and
everything.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic. We don't get a scene like that in any of the other movies,
except for maybe Civil War in some instances,
Yes.
a little bit.
One word.
Not quite.
Hammer.
The actions, and the thing is, it's so crazy because this is an extremely busy movie, and
It
one
is
of the reasons
chaotic.
why a lot of people did kind of talk, kind of rank it lower back then and everything. But I don't know. This is just a comic book movie that I just cannot help but love. I could put this on any day.
It
and
is
just
so
freaking
fucking
watch this
good.
movie.
It actually has stakes that matter. An entire country is destroyed in this movie.
Is it the best you could do?
Love the characterizations. I think they're. I don't know. I just really freaking love this movie a lot.
I do for a lot of reasons, and you already know one of them.
And it's just.
Shut up, asshole.
It's just
Shut up,
crazy...
William.
And also the fact that a lot of props needs to be given to Joss Whedon. The fact that he was able to pull this off with having basically notes from Marvel to
Ike Perlmutter, not so much Feige, Ike Perlmutter. And that's why this movie was the reason why Marvel Entertainment and Marvel Studios split. This was the movie where Kevin Feige wanted to do it a certain way. Joss Whedon wanted to do it. He agreed a lot with Joss Whedon. But then Ike Perlmutter and the committee over at Marvel Entertainment was like, no, do this. They wanted Captain Marvel in the movie. Or is it Joss Whedon? Yeah. I don't remember who's which, but like it led to that divide. And they still are divided to this day. They're not really uniform together, And I love, here's the thing. I wish he didn't make Justice League to just not ruin his career, because Joss Whedon, yes, is he an asshole? Absolutely, but he is a phenomenal writer, a phenomenal director, Yeah. I just wish he wasn't so much of an asshole, so his career would go forward even after something of a blunder like Justice League. But it is what it is. Like,
I freaking love Age of Ultron.
And they take bold risks, and some of them don't work, but I'm glad they make the bold. Like, a lot of people don't like the whole thing about Nat and Hulk. Nobody likes that. But, like, I'm glad you at least tried,
Yeah. That's one of my, thing.
Oh, hey.
We're talking about his MCU Phase 2 rank. He's on Age of Ultron. It's his number 2. I thought it was going to be his number 1, but...
And then... It almost was. It almost was.
It's just such a good movie, and it's just, oh my god, like the whole Hulkbuster shit. Yes. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Of course,
that was a really good scene.
Everybody gets, even though they scrap what the original Thor Ragnarok was going to be, but
they did scrap that, but then because Taika Waititi was like, hey, do this, and then that came, and then is there anything else we could talk about with that movie, because it is so good? Like Ultron, I think he's comedic. Like, people think he's too comedic. No, I love him.
I
my question is this: why are they bringing him back? Why? He's dead. He's dead.
The Vision show?
Yes. He brought him. They're bringing him back for that stupid ass show, which doesn't need to fucking exist. Cause Vision's been dead twice. We're bringing him back for the dead a third time. Overkill. Anyway.
The White Vision did get away, right, in WandaVision?
Yeah, he did, but I feel like it should have just left it at that. Like. I did just leave it at that.
Especially since Wanda's dead, it's not like he can go back and fight unless they bring her back too.
It's fucking. I want the to bring it. If there's one character to bring it back from the dead, I don't give a shit if I call myself biased. Wanda should come back from the dead. I don't. That's the only one who should come back from the dead. Other than that, nobody else should come back from the dead except for her. I don't give a shit.
She was such a sweetheart when I met her at a convention last year.
Oh, you're looking perfect!
And I didn't have to pay. It was actually a friend of mine who got the ticket, and they're like, "Hey, she got her and Andrew Garfield," and I was like, "I just want to meet fucking Andrew or Elizabeth Olsen. I don't care."
Oh my god, you lucky bastard.
Ironically, I was in there to see MJF for the wrestling.
I was laughing.
I went from MJ, so I got to meet MJF.
Oh my god. Right. What's that next? When is History Daughters coming out? When is that movie coming out? Please let me know. Let me know when that's coming out on Netflix. Her next movie. With Natasha Lyonne. When is that coming out? Somebody in the comments, let me know. I know it comes out in limited release on Friday, but when is it coming to Netflix?
Oh, I don't know.
I saw like Michael shouting Walt's name. By the way, I haven't seen Love and Death yet because fuck Max. So
I don't know, to be honest with you, when it's coming.
But anyway, my final film.
Sorry, distractions.
My favorite film of Phase 2. I didn't expect
Iron Man 3,
to love it this much, but yeah, it's Iron Man 3, and it all comes down to Shane Black and the co-writers writing.
Drew Pierce. Drew Pierce is the co-writer.
I fucking love this movie. Holy shit! I love the fact that Tony's not in the Iron Man suit that much. I love that fucking kid in the movie, his relationship with the kid. I love watching Pepper Potts kick ass at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
It has the best climax of any of the Iron Man films with all the suits.
Yeah, just beating the shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
What do you think? I thought the whole thing with Ben Kingsley is so funny. That is so funny.
I did too. I was actually shocked how, I never understood why people hated Iron Man 3.
It is so funny.
It is.
I loved how they brought back Ben Kingsley and Shang-Chi, by the way. That was hilarious.
Yeah. It's the funniest Iron Man movie.
Also on top of
damn it, you're making me reconsider Age of Ultron being my number one now, Jared. Damn you.
Also on top of Iron Man 3 and stuff, I was watching also the short films and stuff that.
Oh, those are not even canon anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not?
I don't think they're canon anymore. At least one of them is canon. The one with Ben Kingsley, that's canon, but the rest are not anymore.
That one and
what was it called? Hail to the King or something?
Yeah, I believe it was called Hail to the King because it sets up events that would happen in Shang-Chi.
Yes.
But other than that, the rest of those shorts are not canon, I don't think, anymore.
It also has what's his name? Scoop McNairy in it.
Oh, that one character actor who's in fucking everything.
Yes, he's in it. But also Sam Rockwell cameos in that as his character from Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, but yeah, I fucking love Iron Man 3.
Also, fun fact about the Hail to the King short, the guy who shot most of the first and second seasons of Lost shot that short. Yeah, more Lost connections, baby. You know me.
But yeah,
expect some more.
Yeah, expect some more.
Age of Ultron and Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 are just fucking fantastic.
Yes.
I love these.
Damn it, I wanted to get the MCU Phase 2 box set now. I have the Phase 1 box set from the UK. I showed it off in another video, another one of these episodes. I need to get the Phase 2 and Phase 3 box sets if I can. Then get a couple of Phase 4s, get Deadpool and Wolverine, and maybe get Guardians Volume 3 so I can end the Guardian story, and then I'm done. I'm like, I don't care about this anymore.
Have you ever what do you call it? Have they announced anything yet for fucking what do you call it? They announced a release date yet for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Not for I think a 4th day is November or something?
Is it supposed to come out on
digital? I don't know when.
For October?
What about Disney Plus? Is it coming on October too on Disney Plus? I don't really remember.
I don't.
Somebody let me know. Let me know.
I'm assuming it's probably November for physical too.
I would think so too because usually Disney takes a little bit. Digital is October 1st. Okay.
Yes.
So I think Disney Plus will be a week later, give or take. Usually it doesn't take that long for Disney Plus to add a digital release. It took only a week for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to come up on Hulu versus digital. Only about a week difference. Anyway. Yeah, but Deadpool Wolverine, that's gonna be because I'm kind of, September 25th. You see, Disney Plus is already trying to. Do you know what this is? Because this comes out the week after the show that must not be named, or Agatha All Along, And it comes out literally the week after on September 25th. That's how you know they have no faith in that damn show. This is full on. It is sabotage. It's sabotage. They know for sure. And they're gonna Inside Out 2 is gonna beat it. You know it. Because Elemental broke so many Disney Plus records. Inside Out 2 is gonna be like over $1 billion. It's gonna literally demolish everything in sight, bro.
Yeah. Plus, it's also too the biggest movie of the entire year so far.
That is like a fucking Gravedigger Monster Jam double of destruction right there. Anyway, is all you got, Jared?
Yep, that's all I got.
All right, William, take us home.
All righty.
Well, I mean, we're not done yet, but you know.
Well, I'm just looking at the time, but I'm just going to go over my quick thoughts on the show that I don't think I've ever think that I would like, but I ended up enjoying it, and that is Terminator Zero.
Terminator Zero? I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so usually, like when it comes to this franchise as a whole, the first two, let's all say it, they're masterpieces of science fiction and action. But after that, yeah, it kind of gets a little rocky. Let's just say that.
Rocky?
Now, when
like Rocky Balboa?
Or what do you call it? Anyways, now when I've heard that they're doing like an anime series based off the Terminator franchise, I was just like, okay, let's see how this goes. And what I got was a welcome entry to the franchise, because not only like the first 4 episodes pays tribute to the first film, at least in terms of some of the action sequences that makes you feel like that you're actually watching the first movie again, but it was done in a respectful way. And plus, too, the animation alone is very well done. And now some of you may be asking too, like, did I watch the dub or the
Well, I think the dub is like the one that's like the one you want to watch, I would think, because the dub has like Timothy Oliphant and shit.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'll get to him right now. Actually, now him voicing as the Terminator, like the way I liked about him is the fact that he wasn't trying to match what, let's say, Arnold Schwarzenegger did, because Arnie is the Terminator, but he's not trying to, top Arnie, because we will all know. And
is he a T-800 too? Is this character a T-800 as well, or is it like a different model?
It's sort of like a T-800 like model, but I do think the way that he voices the Terminator in his own way was actually really well done, especially with a certain moment in the last episode where you hear his voice, and I was like, props to you, Timothy. And also, I will say this right now, the story and the narrative can get depressing as all hell, especially towards like the last few episodes. And let's see here. Although I haven't seen the Sarah Connor Chronicles yet, but
I heard it's a phenomenal show, but it just got canceled because Fox is a piece of shit.
That's what I've heard, and plus, too, like they want to save possible money on like other projects that they.
Oh, spend that money on fucking more seasons of So You Think You Could Dance, Fox. Like nobody cares anymore.
And plus, I do think the second half also kind of like leaves you a lot of questions, like to think, okay, can you really change the past in the future? Like, why does Skynet consider humanity a threat to them? And why would humanity really be worth saving for at the end during this whole chaos that in the world of Terminator Zero? That just leaves you a lot more questions. And it just almost just like leaves you thinking. And I mean, I do have some little gripes here and there, but as a whole, I do think that Terminator Zero is worth watching. Like, even if you're not like an anime person Although I'm kind of like either Jared or I are, some of the bigger anime guys in this panel. I do think it's worth watching just to see for the animation as well as pays homage first 2 Terminator movies.
I'm surprised that it ended up as good as it did because the Terminator, let's face it, this franchise has been on a roller coaster ever since Terminator 3. You had Salvation, you had it's funny because we're about to review a McG movie, but Genesis was dog shit.
Yeah.
Terminator Dark Fate was arguably even worse.
And I do think Terminator Zilla is kind of like the redemption that it needs right now for this franchise. And I do think that this show.
But the thing is that, you know what's funny? I don't think James Cameron had any creative control over this movie. It was like, good! Because he decided to do the whole bullshit at the beginning of Dark Fate. It was his idea, not Tim Miller's.
Yeah, pretty much. You also let Cameron's ego into
Just stick to Avatar, James. I mean, come on.
Just focus
You're good
on
at that.
Fire and Ash.
Yes, thank you.
But
my most anticipated movie of 2025, but still.
Yeah. As a whole, I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 5, just because it's only the first season, and I do think that it's worth watching just to see like how it does something new with the Terminator lore, and that's all I got.
Wait, he's doing a movie about Hiroshima?
Yes, that just recently.
What?
It's about this guy that apparently he was able to escape Hiroshima before the bombings,
He's directing
and then
that?
he
really
also ended up surviving Nagasaki as well.
Wow. Apparently after the Avatar sequels, that's his next project. So that's going to take him a long time, but he's actually going to direct it. That is crazy. That is nuts. Dude. That is crazy. Oh my God. That sounds like his new Titanic.
It
really does.
It kind of does.
Crazy. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
Other than that, that's all I have to say, and that's my topic.
Wow, what already a crazy show beforehand. Like the past 2+ hours have been absolutely batshit insane. And yet we haven't even gone to our review, and we'll get to that review right after this.
I know that it is mine, but it sure feels fine when I can share with you. Everybody, 'cause sharing means caring, and caring means sharing, and sharing means caring.
Share your greatest Watch Dogs moments on PlayStation 4.
That's how sharing works.
Rated M for mature.
PlayStation.
Mayday!
Surviving the crash.
I've just been through a trauma here, okay?
We've all been through a trauma.
Was just the beginning.
Come on, bring it!
Guys, where are we? If you see or hear anything, run.
See why Lost is being called the best new drama on TV.
Something's coming.
It's coming towards us, I think.
The #1 best new show.
Come on, let's move.
An all-new Lost. Wednesday, 8/7 Central. Only on ABC.
We have to go back!
I had to do it before the 20th. Sunday, like I said before, is the 20th anniversary of the series premiere. I had to do it. I had to. It's history. We history here. And it's funny because we're about to review a Matthew Fox movie now. I'm just like, Destiny has called us home.
A movie that's got history.
I can't. Oh, God. Jared is more familiar with this movie before either of us did, because I remember renting this movie on DVD but never really watching it. So this past week was my first time watching it. So, and it's also one of these movies where, it's football. Football season just started 2 weeks ago.
Football.
Perfect.
Kind of perfect. Yeah.
And it's funny because we'll get to the review. This is We Are Marshall, rather. We Are Marshall!
The odds were against them.
It takes years to build a team. Maybe I can help.
No one wanted them to do it.
I don't feel like it's the right thing to do right now is step out on that field.
It's the only thing to do. This holiday season,
See you on the field.
they will make you believe.
Rise from these ashes and grab glory.
We Are Marshall. Rated PG. Starts December 22nd.
PG, yet they say the word shit like 6 times in this
Yeah.
movie.
You know,
Where's the
I
slash
watched
13?
this movie, because I grew up in Huntington, I didn't grow up in Huntington, but around Huntington. I'm in the same county. But anyway, I remember watching this movie, and 2006. So I'm a kid. I'm not really used to hearing cuss words and stuff in movies and everything. And I'm watching this movie as a kid. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's saying so many bad words and everything.
It's rated PG, and yes, he says the word shit like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got away with it. I guess you could call it hard PG, I guess. Anyway, We Are Marshall is a 2006 American almost said biological, but biographical sports drama film directed by the one and only McG, the director of the first 2 Charlie's Angels movies, which I love. I love those movies. I love them. Screenplays by Jamie Linden, story by Jamie Linden and Corey Helms, produced by Basil Iwanek and McG, starring Matthew McConaughey, Matthew Fox, Ian McShane, Anthony Mackie, Kate Mara, coming back after only 2 weeks because we did The Martian only 2 weeks ago. January Jones, Brian Garrigy, and David Strahan, and it was released on December 22nd, 2006 by Warner Bros. Pictures and Legendary Pictures. Budget was $65 million, and it made $43.5 million, making it a flop.
Yep, and I bet you anything, most of that money came from the people of Huntington.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I watched this with a crowded theater.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It was
Wait, what do y'all know? What movies that were going against that weekend?
I'll have a look.
It's a good question.
Wait,
I'm just kind of curious.
Let's see.
Jared,
I'm going to use Wikipedia and I'm going to look.
You would expect the movie just to make a lot more money with all these
December 22nd. So it was going up against.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, December 22nd. So it was up against a lot of movies. So we
Black
have
Christmas.
Black Christmas 2006.
Oh, wow.
Night at the Museum.
Oh, wow.
Children of Men opened that same week.
Which one?
Children of Men, the Alfonso Cuarón
Oh,
movie.
Children of Men. Yeah.
It also opened the week after The Pursuit of Happiness, and that was doing very well. So a lot of movies. And also opened right next to Charlotte's Web and Dreamgirls. So there's a lot of movies.
Pretty crowded.
And The Holiday. Jesus.
Actually,
that's why I say, some people complain, like we're bitching about Black Christmas coming out near Christmas. The fucking movie's called Christmas. But also, you gotta, I always say, even though Christmas is a like you want those feel-good movies, you gotta have some variety because it's prime for that situation.
Yeah, I think out of all.
Oh yeah, Rocky Balboa too.
Yeah, I think I did say Rocky Balboa.
Now that I think about it, I think this movie released early for us in Huntington.
Really? I'm gonna have to look it up and see.
I don't know if it would say it on there, but
oh yes. So apparently in Huntington, the premiere of the movie was in December 12th, 2006, and then other special screenings were shown at Pullman Square in Huntington.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's when I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, so you saw like an early screening, and where was I? Yes, the description. In 1970, Marshall University in the small town of Huntington, West Virginia, Rio, when a plane crash claims the lives of 75 of the school's football players, staff members, and boosters. New coach Jack Langle arrives on the scene in March 1971, determined to rebuild Marshall's thundering herd and heal a grieving community in the process. 49% rate on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.3 on Letterboxd, 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't know what it is on Metacritic. So strange that McG would direct a football movie right after Charlie's Angels, right?
One of the weirdest.
It is.
McG has one of the weirdest filmographies.
He actually came out with a movie this past weekend. I heard it was shit. It was called Uglies.
Oh, yeah.
With Joey King, who needs to fire her fucking agent. Bullet Train is starting to look like a fluke.
Man, Joey King cannot catch a break.
Cannot. And he has one of the most bizarre filmographies out there. Charlie's Angels will follow. He did the first 2 episodes of the show The OC, and then he did We Are Marshall.
I'll say he's varied.
Yeah, and then he kind of went downhill.
Well, Terminator. Some people defend Terminator Salvation, so
I'm not a fan of it at all.
I'm one of them.
But this means war.
This means war. Oh God, this means war.
Oh, especially how it ends. That was a
3
big
Days to Kill. His Europa Court movie, 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah, but I think this means war was wars.
But yeah, it is like this movie is like so weird because Matthew Fox is in it and it deals with another plane crash, except it actually happened.
Yeah,
it's not like some mythological island is there to help them.
Exactly.
But
yeah, like the very beginning of this movie, in like kind of Kate Mara, she's the narrator for the movie and stuff. She's a fictional character.
I mean, I don't know how much of this movie was fake, because obviously some of this was doctrinated, but I don't know how accurate it is, but I judged it mainly as just a movie, not as what happened in real life versus in the movie anyway.
Yeah, basically, the beginning of this movie and stuff, it talks about how there's the fountain that's right in the center of Marshall campus and stuff, and that ceremony happens every year. Everybody gathers around the fountain, and they turn it off in remembrance of
So that's actually real. That actually happens every year.
That is a ceremony that happened, and I never went to it. In my 4 years of going to Marshall, or 6 years technically.
Wait, you went to Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
I'm a Marshall alumni.
He did.
Wow.
He was telling me about that.
No wonder this movie
earlier.
means so much to him.
Yeah, it's not only like basically my hometown and everything. I went to college.
Because
there.
I thought it was just like, oh, it's your hometown. I'm like, that's why you like this movie. But no, it's cool.
Yeah, I went to Marshall.
It's really interesting, Jared, on how a movie can actually relate to you when you're actually living in Marshall. That's
there's some fun little trivia.
We were talking about this like beforehand.
In fact, I might even quickly say this before we go into the movie. There's the archives at Marshall that have like a bunch of the stuff from the movie, including the first draft of the script, which is apparently more accurate.
Wow.
I haven't read all of it. But and then also one of the head of the archives, she was a grad student at the time, and Matthew Fox came in there to go look into the archives and stuff to do some research and stuff. She wasn't watching Lost at the time, so she didn't know who he was. She didn't know that he was actually.
Wait, so it's Morgan, right?
Huh?
Who was this?
This is the head of the archives.
Oh, the head of the archives. So he didn't know who he was. I'm surprised that person didn't even watch Lost. It was like right after fucking season 2.
But
come on.
She met Matthew Fox.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Fun story there.
With this movie, first thing I'll say is this movie's not really about football. To me, it's not really about football. It's more about the grief that this town is going through. This ultimate
I think that's
tragedy.
why this one stands out to me more than most other football movies.
Because
it's like during the beginning, they're going through a grief because they lost, like some of their important.
They lost pretty much all their players except
all
for
their
three.
players on the
Three of them were survivors,
and now they want to honor those who
it's one of these things where it's just like its movie is mainly about their grief. It's like a football version of 6 Feet Under without the dysfunction.
Yeah, but then again, like once you get to the second half of the movie, they were aiming to like honor those who played, for their team.
And like it's like to the point where I feel like I could compare to say, I remember when I reviewed Remember the Titans, I remember you, William, and Jared were not Jared, Jordy. He wasn't there at the Jordy. Were you there at the time?
Yeah, Jared wasn't there.
They were getting on my ass about Remember the Titans because I called it overrated. I called it overrated as fuck. They were getting on my ass about it because I didn't say that the characters were weak, that the football, like the shots didn't look so good. This movie, I think, does it better. I think it's a better movie than Remember the Titans, to be honest with you.
I think this is an underrated movie. An example of an underrated movie.
I was about to say that. I don't know how...
and also, I also didn't like in Remember the Titans how the message was so heavy-handed. In this movie, it's actually very kind of... It progresses naturally, Remember the Titans feels kind of rushed to me, but like... This movie, again, it's not really about the football, which probably is why it stands out. It's about the grief in this damn town. And you see the effects that it has on everybody in that town. And, some of it for say a PG family movie, some of it is rough. Like,
it really is.
And it's just like Matthew McConaughey is just trying to, get his shit together for the sake of his team and trying to, because he says this, for his, he says it to David Strahan, I think, when he meets him at his house. And he's like, I want to do this not because of football. I want to do this to like heal this town. I want to help these guys. I want to help the town. And that's what this movie's all about. Him ultimately helping the entire town.
That's why it was kind of one of those things with Matthew McConaughey's character and stuff. It's like he's one of those characters that's like a very proactive character that doesn't go through like a physical change, but he causes the people around him to go through like a physical change.
Yes. Sorts. By the way, also Matthew McConaughey is incredibly eccentric in this movie. I mean, some of the stuff that
things that he does.
I don't even know where I could even begin with his eccentricity. I mean, like, he's like off the wall at certain points in this movie. Like, he is just like, what?
Yeah.
But like, I like how this movie, obviously you could say that McConaughey and Fox are the leads, but this is more of an ensemble movie. It's really about the entire cast. Like, I think this is the movie where a lot of people saw Anthony Mackie for the very first time.
I saw him for the first time. Yeah.
Because it's either that or the Hurt Locker, depending on the person. And what's funny?
Hurt Locker was mine.
You know what's funny? Because his best friend in this movie is in the Hurt Locker as well.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
Speaking of which, that's best friend is from Chayton. If you're still hearing this, that best friend guy is the ex-boyfriend from the When a Stranger Calls remake.
Oh, wow.
That one fucking guy who decided to cheat on Camila Bell for Katie Cassidy. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, guy. Because Katie Cassidy, I guess she is kind of hot, but Camila Bell was smoking hot in that movie, and you cheated on her, you stupid son of a bitch? Like, you stupid. Anyway, that's a story for another time. But, like, I love how the characters interact with one another. I'll say that. Like, it's like certain scenes really get to me, like, Also, I want to say, did anybody notice that Robert Patrick was the coach at the beginning of this movie?
Yes.
That was Robert Patrick?
Yep. Yeah.
As soon as he appeared on screen, I immediately recognized him just by his appearance alone.
It's what's really funny? 2 days. One, I apologize because my dogs were going at it. My little one and me and my girl's big one. They've been eating out of the same bowl, and I knew I was going to be a recipe for disaster after a while. They're okay.
I guess Sharon isn't caring for them.
Baby, my friend's like, I guess Sharon isn't caring for them. But no, it was funny because I probably wouldn't have known it was Robert Patrick if it was not for seeing the Marine a month or two earlier.
The fucking Marine.
Which is ironic if you really think about it, because of the history between John Cena and Robert Patrick with that, and then later on Peacemaker. I find that hilarious. But yeah, I was like, hey, and I'll be honest though, I did not see Terminator 2. Again, I'm still young, so I've not seen Terminator 2 yet. So my first introduction to Robert Patrick was in the Marine. So I watched him in this movie. I'm like, hey, that's the guy from the Marine. It's like Matthew McConaughey. Hey, that's the guy from Sahara.
And you said, like I said to you before, the best friend of Anthony Mackie was in the When a Stranger Calls remake. He's the ex-boyfriend.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
I love that movie. That remake is so underrated. But I'm like, motherfucker, why are you cheating on Camila Bell for Katie Cassidy? You fucking idiot.
Fair point. Yeah.
You fucking moron. She is way more. Jesus Christ! Like, how can you? If I ever review that movie, that's like one of my main negatives of that fucking movie. Like, you stupid son of a bitch. But he, and he was also in the Hurt Locker as well. And obviously Kate Mara. This is where, I mean, she was already on, I think, an episode of Nip Tuck before this, but I think this is where a lot of people saw Kate Mara for the first time as well.
That was also too for me, but I didn't remember she was, again, when I was watching this again, it was surreal how, because I didn't see it since it released. I can't remember, I'm trying to remember if I saw it in theaters, but I saw it on DVD. It was one or the other, because again, that was a long time ago. But I will say though, it was weird going back and rewatching this and seeing all the people that now I know who they are, like Kate
Anthony
Mara.
Mackie. Gee, like, it's crazy.
I sent you a message by the way for that. Message me, let me know if
Mackie's
anything was
so good.
He was.
He's fantastic.
I mean, his character that he played was
he is like
well developed.
One of the best, Anthony Mackie in that movie. He's so good in this movie. Like,
but yeah, it was
the VR Marshall scene.
Oh yeah, the We Are Marshall scene. Well, I'll go get to that.
Yeah. Funny enough, the first time, since I hadn't seen We Are Marshall so many years, I didn't recognize Kate Mara. When I saw her in, what was that, American Horror Story. She was in the first season of that.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And she was also in this show on FX called, I think, A Teacher or something.
Oh, yeah, that's that one where she fucks her student.
Yeah.
House of Cards as well.
Oh, yeah. She was in that too.
The Martian, which we just reviewed.
And then, of course, Fan 4 Stick.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Transcendence. She was in Transcendence with Johnny Depp. I heard that movie was bad, though.
Wasn't that the one where he transfers his mind to something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was. I never saw it.
Yeah.
And again, I love Johnny Depp, but
I feel like Kate Mara is one of the most underrated actresses.
She is. Like, she was really good in A Teacher. I did watch the show. I really enjoyed it.
And like she's been in so much, and people don't give her enough credit. I don't know why.
Yeah.
She's great in this movie, even though it's a fictional character, and she gets barely anything to do in the movie. But I think the performance itself she's really good in this, especially when that's one scene, like at the diner, and she's really good. Like, she is really fucking good. The best performance, Ian McShane is really good in this movie too.
Ian McShane is really this time around, because
he is not playing Al Swearingen though.
I've always thought about this, where like, and I guess the idea, me thinking about this, is knowing that like Ian McShane and Kate Mara's characters are fictional characters, but Ian McShane this time around, he like represents like the blue collar worker of like the community in a way, and I think that's a really important like. So it's like, yeah, he might be fictional, but he's representing like a whole
community.
Yeah, group, and I think he's fantastic.
He's really good, and David Strathairn, really good as well. Although I hate how he pronounces NCAA. No,
oh my god!
he says double A instead of NCAA. I think that's what he says. No, he says NC.
NC2A.
NC2A instead of NCAA. It fucking bothered the shit out of me.
Apparently, Morgan told me this because she recently had a conference in the town that Jack Lingle is from.
Mm-hmm.
They pronounce, everybody, I guess, pronounces it wrong, except for the people that actually are from there. It looks like Worcester. Everybody says Worcester. I've always said Worcester. People in the movie say Worcester. Apparently, it's Worcester.
Whoa.
Worcester.
Worcester. By the way, to get this out of the record, Kate Mara or Rooney Mara? Kate. I mean, Rooney Mara could be good, but sometimes she fucks up. Look at Nightmare on Elm Street 2010.
I was about to say, and it's funny because
Kate is more consistent. She's more consistent, and she's hotter. But
I agree. But also, what's funny is that, like, Rooney Mara, I've not really been interested. Do you know who I have been interested in that was in that movie? Kyle Gardner. I still need to see
Scream 5. He's the hobo that gets killed by Ghostface.
And he was also in Smile. I believe he's supposed to be in Smile too. He was in that new slasher or serial killer film. I can't remember, Strange Darling. Which
I want to see that because the chick from Reacher is in it. The chick.
The girl from Scream. The girl from Scream. The TV.
We don't talk about that show. We only talk about Reacher.
Y'all hate me, but I do like the first 2 seasons of that show.
Fans of Scream don't like the show.
And I'm a fan of Scream, but the other thing is, I'll be honest here, is that I actually really like the design of the mask. I will say this, I only saw Scream after I saw Scary Movie, so I got the mask from Scream. I always thought of Scary Movie, so I like the mask from Scream, the TV series, better.
But yeah,
this is coming from a Scream fan, by the way, everybody, before y'all get your pitchforks out.
I'm the diehard in this group, boy. I'm very disappointed.
Have you seen Die Hard?
Yeah.
Of course I've seen.
And do you believe it's a Christmas movie?
Yes, I do believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Of course it's a Christmas movie. Of course. I watch it every year.
100%.
My girl hasn't seen Die Hard, so we're gonna watch it. But she's not a big action movie girl. She likes horror, she likes comedies, and likes musicals. But she told me she'll watch it with me, but I have to watch Rent with her. So
Rent? I haven't seen Rent.
I
hate
agree.
musicals. I hate musicals, but
I mean, Die Hard is on the wheel, so we might as well get to it at some point.
To be fair, I've never seen Die Hard 2, 3, 4, or 5. I haven't seen any of the sequels.
Okay, I'll tell you this much.
3 is the best sequel.
Yeah, 3, 4, 2 you can still watch, and then 5 you just pretend never existed.
5 I heard is like one of the worst. So
5 is horrendous.
Just pretend. Just pretend that's not canon. Pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, let's make John McClane an asshole in 5.
Anyway, I love the football scenes in this movie. I love how they're shot.
And they're very exciting, too.
Because McGee very clearly took some of what he learned of doing the action scenes in Charlie's Angels and incorporates that into his football sequences. It looks really good. I love the color palette of this movie. This movie, most of it has like this goldish tone to it. Very much how it's very colorful, sort of like the Charlie's Angels movies. They're known for being very colorful. I mean, I know McGee was a music video director, but he clearly has a visual eye for the camera. Say what you will about his movies, but most of his movies look good visually, you know? Mm-hmm. And this is one of those, and it actually, the football is actually shot competently. You actually see what's going on. Unlike Remember the Titans, where it just keeps cutting back and forth, quick cut. I feel like it's like more natural, more well done, especially with the last football scene in the movie. Yeah. Somebody, James,
you got something to bring to the class, Jaden?
Sorry, I was keeping an eye on the dogs real quick.
It kind of sounded like you're like
No, I was like keeping an eye on them. I was like trying to tell them no, and then they finally calmed down. I was like, okay, good.
Okay. Yeah, I like the.
Mind you, one's a small Chihuahua, the other's a fucking big ass pit bull. She's usually nice,
that's an interesting mix right there.
Yeah,
it does.
And I also like the music that's in this movie.
It's really good.
The
Beautifully
score,
Really good soundtrack.
done by Christoph Beck, who is now a veteran. Like, he is one of the most in-demand film composers and TV composers. He did multiple seasons of Buffy. He did Free Guy. He did WandaVision. He did Frozen. Bring It On. He did the first one, the only one. He did a bunch of others, but this is like the score that I think is one of the most different he's ever done. Sure, is the score kind of manipulative? Yeah,
Yeah,
but it is
it kinda
so
does.
good. It's so good. I love the score. It's very
It gets
triumphant.
the job done.
It gets the
It
job
does,
done.
despite some of the manipulative beats here and there.
Oh, he did do Ant-Man. Did he do all three of them?
I think he
Did he?
might. He did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he did others that I'm not thinking of. He did. I'm sure there's others that he did.
He did not the songs, but obviously the music for Frozen and Frozen 2.
Yes, and the score, not
Yeah,
the
he just mentioned that.
songs. He did the score, so he's like really great. One of the best working. He just did the Roadhouse remake. He did the Roadhouse remake.
Which how is that? I haven't seen it yet.
I mean,
Pretty good.
it was pretty solid.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Objectively, it's a better movie than the original Roadhouse. Objectively, because objectively, Roadhouse, the original, is not a good movie. Objectively, but I still enjoy it. Objectively, it's not a good movie. This is objectively a better movie. I enjoy it about equally with the original, though. Equally.
Yeah,
It's
I guess you could say that.
it's like the scores, but I love the 70 songs they use in the movie. They're really, really good. I just love the main thing though is like the characters. Like, oh, there is this one, like the full football scene at the end. It's shocking because this movie ends on only their second game of that season, and yet it still feels like a championship game almost. It's like.
Hey, they lost that season, but as long as they won their first home game, that's what matters.
That's all that matters.
That matters because, at the end of the day, it was about them proving that they, one, could stay as a football team. Two, Buffett kind of even says this. They're using football as a way to let go of all that grief. If we get one win, like we keep going. We play football for the love of the game until we actually get better. Something along those lines. He says that in a monologue. Like, it is so good. Like, it is like that football scene is so good. And then like the scene where Matthew Fox is by himself crying.
That is the moment of the movie for me.
That
is the climax there, I think.
That was a really good scene.
It is a really great scene. Proves once again, if Lost wasn't any indication why Matthew Fox is a great actor, that scene is 100% his moment.
Yeah.
That's right. He did do the music for the new Disney logo. He did do that.
Oh,
Christoph Beck did.
That's right.
This I really enjoyed almost. There's a couple of things. One. It has the typical sports tropes. Yes, it's incredibly manipulative at times, but I feel like the emotion of the movie about it being more about their grief really works. Like, it really, really works. And I get it. It was PG, and the way they showed the crash, I didn't care for that. I'm like, I'd rather them go the full Lost route and show the crash. They're just like 1 second, it's like, and it cuts to black. I didn't care for that. But like the emotion is still there. Like, you care about these characters, you care about them, and like even like say like Anthony Mackie in particular really stands out because remember, he's already an injured player once we meet him in the movie, but then his whole team dies, and the fact that like We Are Marshall scene when he's at the whole crowd, that to me, other than Matthew Fox crying, that's the moment of the movie right there. That's the moment of the movie. That whole chant, to save the team from possible extinction. It's beautiful. I love that scene.
It's great.
And it's just like, it's a really well-made movie. It's not my favorite McG movie. Those are obviously the Charlie's Angels movies, but objectively, this is his best movie.
Agreed.
This is objectively his best movie.
Yeah.
Like
for me, I think this is my favorite movie.
Yeah, same here.
Like, because I cherish the Charlie's Angels movies. Like,
and also like I'm one of those people too. Like, I'm not gonna sit like, okay, there's some people obviously, because this is a difficult movie for someone like me and everything to deal with, because it's like, oh, it's from the area I grew up in, so like there's the
bias card, like me with
there's the bias card. It's like I can pinpoint like problems with the movie in terms of like historical accuracy, but it's like that doesn't make it a bad movie,
because
but it does have like a lot of I have a lot of admiration for it, specifically for everything that you talked about.
Oh yeah, one more thing go ahead.
It is about the community.
Yeah.
And I think it gets that across really well.
Right.
It does. Although I will say the narration is a little clunky.
That's my least favorite thing in the movie. Yeah. I feel like as good as Kate Mara is in the movie, and as good as like Ian McShane are in the movie, more Kate Mara, I don't think she has a place in the movie.
I felt the same way. I felt like she had really nothing to do, but the performance itself is still great.
That was one of my complaints that I had with that.
Had they built the bond between Kate Mara and Ian McShane up a little more, I think they would have had, both would have exceeded more as characters. Although, to be fair, they have more to do than January Jones does in this entire movie. I'm like, you're from Mad Men and they're wasting you like that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's also some like other little things like the boy, Keith Morehouse. It's like these random little like side characters that don't really mean anything.
That's what I think, even though I prefer this movie over Remember the Titans, that's what Remember the Titans did better. It gives you a little bit more of an element of the team. A little bit, you give you a little bit more like character development, like Ethan Suplee or Ryan Gosling is in that damn movie. So like you give more development to him and a couple of other characters. But this movie is more about the community itself than it is about the team. So I understand, I get the criticism, but I feel like the movie is about the community. That's what I think.
Like I said, they were going through like, a really dark place at the very first half. But once you get to the second half, it feels like, their spirits were uplifted.
And I really like how they incorporated like a bunch of the real life stuff in the end credits. I really like that a lot.
That was really good.
They were doing really well with
a lot of biopics.
Go
ahead.
Pennington and Randy Moss.
But yeah, it's really, really well done. Very well edited. Great score. Like, there's not that much to complain about with this movie. It gets the job done. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, but it's a movie that I have a lot of admiration for.
I give it a 4 out of 5. It'd be like, and I kind of get what you mean, Jared, because like here in San Antonio or here in Texas, in San Antonio, the main thing we got here in terms of movies that we can watch is like The Alamo, but not a lot of us were. Not a lot
of you were around.
yeah. Like the closest thing we got is sometimes we have film shooting here, but that's close we got to anything interesting happening.
And Texas Monthly. You got Texas Monthly.
Let's see, the next closest thing of like a movie that's around my area and stuff is The Mothman Prophecy.
Which I feel like we should review that eventually.
That gives me an excuse.
I honestly would not mind doing it.
That's about 20 miles from where I am.
And even with me, like the Texas on Massacre houses, like are like a couple hours away. Like that's probably the only other thing I could think of in terms of like anything that were from movies. That's why I always want to go to Chicago, because some of my favorite films or even series were filmed in Chicago. Child's Play, Candyman, fucking The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, the Mothman Prophecies, I feel like it's one of those films, since I've watched it 2 years ago, that film, I don't think it has gotten enough attention I think it deserves.
I don't, listen, I don't hate Mothman like, my initial review of Mothman Prophecies
You were scathing the shit out of it
anymore.
You were scathing the shit out of that damn movie. But, like, I've never seen the Mothman Prophecies, but I've always wanted to. Mark Pellington is a very good director.
It's pretty good.
It's a pretty cool movie, honestly.
Although I will always associate Mark Pellington for the Jeremy music video by Pearl Jam, but you know what I mean.
It's such a that song was
Jerry Maguire.
Oh yes, Jerry Maguire's cameo with Jerry Maguire when he's shooting the car commercial.
It was so funny that video was like that also got me into Pearl Jam because I was up one
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I was up one night late at like 4 back when MTV would air the music videos instead of all day like it was originally intended to. They aired it like at 4 or 5 in the morning, and one day they just randomly, it wasn't even like some theme. They just put in like your Katy Perry, California Girls, all the other bullshit that was coming out, all the popular songs around 2009, 2010, and then just randomly, I hear this weird guitar riff, and I'm thinking, and it's interesting me just that dun 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 dun. And then the song plays in the music video. I am just in love with this. The video, the fucking song. It was such a creepy song. I didn't even hear the lyrics, and I wasn't really paying. Like I was just watching more Eddie Vedder at the time, and I'm like thinking, "Wow, this is a great fucking song. I need to find out who does this."
The edited damn version where he doesn't shoot his fucking brains out.
Yeah, I had to watch it on fucking online, and it's like I was telling my girl we were talking about Foster the People, the song "Pumped Up Kicks," and I told her that there's because we were talking about Sabrina. Going back to that, we were talking about Sabrina Carpenter's Taste, which is a great song.
Geez, the music video. Everybody's talking about
the music video is fucking great.
He's making out with Jenna Ortega. That's all I know.
Yeah, for all of you, I'm a Jenna Ortega fan too, but also just the gore in that video is great. It's a fucking excellent music video. But we were talking about songs. I was telling her when I first listened to that song, I was wondering how the song would sound outside the music video, because sometimes I was asking her about that. Like, do you have those times where you prefer a song if it's only you watch the music video version? Well, anyway, I was telling her about Foster the People, and I said I never watched the music video because it's a generic them just singing the song. I told her if I really wanted to be fucking creative, I would have made a because if anybody knows what that song Pumped Up Kicks is about, fantastic song. I hated it when I first listened to it, but then when I got used to it and heard the lyrics, I love how fucked up it is, but it sounds happy. I told my girl, if I was in charge of making the music video, I would have made a very fucked up music video with the song playing and making it sound so happy, but the irony is it's all fucked up. But I told her that's my only issue is the music video is generic as fuck. You had so many different ideas you could have.
I've seen that video before. All they're doing is like dancing around and performing.
Yeah, they're dancing around. Yep. I would have done it like straight up like a school shooting, but I would have also had the guy while he's shooting people. I would have had him like sing the song. It could be just a regular guy, or it could be one of the band members. I would have had him. Happy.
Out of all the fucked up songs that sound happy, nothing's gonna beat "Semi-Charmed Life" by Third Eye Blind. Nothing will. Nothing will.
And that's funny because that took me a long time to realize that.
It's about crystal.
Meth.
Yeah.
I'd be like, is everybody censored? We don't get paid on this fucking channel. I know we have a dictator for an owner. And that's why you
David. You don't talk about crystal meth. I am not Walter White or Jesse Pinkman.
That's like early last week. Eric Lima was saying something about Katy Perry, and he's like, oh, and SD, and I'm like, sucking dick. He's like, yes. I was like, if you don't want to say it, just say Chayton, go, or give me the initials.
Well, trust me, I have no filter on this damn show. I have no fucking filter.
Yeah. I told David when I started doing some work on here, I told him, I said, one, my schedule is going to be very out there sometimes, so just bear with me. I'm with my girl. I'm doing other things. We all have lives. But I also told him, you will not get drama from me. You will not get fucking any racial or homophobic stuff. However, everything else is fucking legal. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, well, I could go elsewhere. Someone will use my talents.
It's okay that you can talk about sex and drugs, and because I think Victor, he would probably want to watch Train Spotting one day, because what happened with Ewan McGregor and Kelly MacDonald, and her character was technically a minor, but
I like baseball because it reminds me. The baseballs remind me of what I really want is big bows on my sack.
Anyway, why am I talking about Mark Pellington now? 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 for me too.
4.
Oh, speaking of Mark Pellington, one more thing. He directed Arlington Road. I forgot about he directed Arlington Road with Jeff Bridges and Tim Robbins. That's what it is. The movie where it spoils the ending in the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah. So that leads us to one more thing we have to do before we can get out of here. We have to spin the wheel for the next movie. And by the way, before I spin the wheel, I gotta say this has been one of my favorite episodes to do.
Yeah.
Period.
And I apologize for 2 things. I apologize for the talking a lot because that's.
That's what we do.
No, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
We talk too much.
That's what we do best.
That's what we do best. We talk too much.
That's what we do best.
We encourage talking too much. We encourage talking.
And then if I had to step away for a moment for a few times because, I tried to do that, but.
Don't worry. You were great. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's spin the wheel now to see what we're gonna do for next week. It could be anything.
The one. Give me the
one. I swear to God, if it's something I really want to
give me the one.
Oh God, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now.
Come on.
Oh, please, please. No, not the Phantom Menace. No.
Victor, I could take your place if you don't want to do it. I'll gladly do it. Oh wait, he has headphones. He can't hear me.
Victor doesn't show up to his own show.
I'll be like, I'll take over Victor's spot for you. I'm just gonna be the taker over of the show.
Look at his face. Look at it.
Victor calls in sick.
I don't know what's worse. Doing this or possibly doing Alexander at some point.
Wait, Alexander, what was it? With Colin Farrell, correct?
Yeah, which is my favorite movie of all time. Not
Are you
everybody.
fucking with him or are you being serious?
He's serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking Phantom Menace.
I've watched it enough to where
You know what's funny? I feel like I caused this because I made a comment about the prequels being better than the prequels being better than the Rise of Skywalker, and then you said no, it wasn't, and then the powers of fucking the Force and Disney made you do this.
I'll review it.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, Victor, if you want me to take your place, I'll gladly do it.
Here's the thing, though, for next week, I am not going to hold anything back.
And I will be here being like, I like this movie.
I will not be holding anything back.
Jared, I do too.
Because of my hatred for
I
the
do
Phantom
too.
Menace.
Thank you, Chayton.
I cannot believe I have to watch this boring piece of shit again. I might as well just do a multitask. And I was writing a Lost retrospective video that I wanted to put out on the 20th anniversary on my own personal channel. I'm writing that at the moment, so maybe I'll just put that on while I write and not worry about it because I already know what's gonna fucking happen because barely anything fucking happens in the Phantom Menace.
You know what you could do? You could do a double feature at the same time, have episode 1 and 2 playing at the same time.
Oh hell no! We're not doing episode 2 until
That's gonna be torture.
No.
Wait. Is episode 2 also on the wheel?
It will be once it's wiped out. Once we do Phantom Menace, it will automatically be contractually obligated.
So what do? You have the first movie in a series, and then once you finally do it, it gets wiped off, and then you go into the next sequel of each one.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it lands on the
yeah.
When
So, like for example, if you have Die Hard, then if you get that gets wiped off, then you go into Die Hard 2.
Every franchise that we do this for, not every franchise. Like
okay.
Some of them we've decided.
I feel bad for you when you get if that happened. I feel bad when you get to the last Die Hard movie.
No, if we do all the Die Hards, we're stopping at Live Free or Die Hard.
Because
we're stopping at Live Free or Die.
Like, for example, we did Tremors, but we're not doing like the.
And we're not doing the Matrix sequels either, because I don't want to be dealing with Resurrections.
No, we're not.
Resurrections, yeah, that movie ever again.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are certain ones that you just kind of leave alone and just kind of.
Resurrections is the drizzling fucking shit, and I don't like the other two either, but I can enjoy them better than whatever the fuck Resurrections was.
Was that the newest one?
Yes, that is.
Okay.
And there's probably another one too that we decided to just not. Oh yeah, the Mummy. We'll do the Mummy Returns, but we're not doing Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Oh yeah, Dragon Emperor. God.
I have the Mummy Return. You know what's funny? I have never seen the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. You want to know why? Because Rachel Weisz ain't in it.
Yes, that's why. That's one of the reasons why I refuse to cover it. Like why?
That is literally the only reason.
No offense to Maria Bello, because she can't
and I
be a
like
good
her.
Actress.
She was great in History of Violence.
Yeah, she was. Aside from that weird sex scene, but still.
Oh, where she's on the stairs.
Yes.
If you think the 2017 movies worse, wait till you see Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. That movie is awful.
I you know what's funny? I don't hate the Mummy Returns. Like, I will laugh at the scene when the Scorpion King comes out and all CGI. But like, as far as like the movie itself, I don't hate it.
Hell, Jose.
Oh Jesus! What do you say now? What do you say now?
Shark Tale is still on the fucking.
Oh fuck Shark Tale! I can't believe that Jordy put on fucking Shark Tale of all movies. Oh, another franchise that we're gonna do all the movies of. You know, I fucking despise this franchise. Blair Witch. We already did the first one. I ranted fucking heavily about that one.
You did Book of Shadows. You know what's
Book
funny?
of Shadows, Blair Witch 2.
You know what's funny?
You're on for Book of Shadows. You have to.
I defended that movie.
I can't defend it in its current state. Maybe the original version is better, but not in its current state.
We can't.
You know what's funny? I know it's controversial. I also don't like the Blair Witch. If I had to rank it,
I hate the 2016 one too. I hate all of them.
Funny. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Funny enough, I preferred the 2016 one only by an inch. But my favorite one of the entire Blair Witch series is Book of Shadows.
Book of Shadows.
I enjoy the movie. It is like, because I didn't find Blair Witch Project scary. Blair Witch was more interesting to me, and Book of Shadows I just had more fun. I had a lot of fun with. Therefore, I put it
I
as.
will say one thing that I liked about Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. Well, two things. Number one, the soundtrack is fucking awesome. Marilyn Manson starting out the movie, and then the Wiccan chick who just looks like fucking discount Robin Tunney in The Craft. She literally. Robin Tunney. She's hot, but
like, you know. But I was learning, but I know that's a probably controversial statement. Like I'm not all like yes, I'm a movie aficionado. Like I will like I defend Hereditary. I defend all of Ari Aster's films. You know, yada yada. I went against Jerome.
So great.
I went against Jerome defending Hereditary, Midsommar. You know, I tried to convince one of my close friends about how Beau is Afraid is a masterpiece of a film. You know, but. Even I have controversial opinions on some movies. Although I do have the Walmart exclusive Steelbook that came with Blair Witch and Blair Witch Project. I just wish it came with Blair Witch or Book of Shadows because
I feel like my favorite refuses to talk about Book of Shadows because again, it's not the fault of the director how Book of Shadows got made. It's not. It's the fucking studio who wanted to
It's just like who was the studio that did it?
Artisan Entertainment.
Okay, because I was gonna say That's the same way I feel about fucking the Crow City of Angels.
The Crow City of yes, I feel the same way about that because Harvey Weinstein fucked with that movie. This is
Fuck
why
you, bird dick.
That's the only funny part of the movie. This is why I prefer Salvation over City of Angels. The best fucking sequel.
Now I still prefer City of Angels over Salvation.
No, I disagree. Salvation is a better movie than fucking City.
I have more of a okay. I like Salvation, but I have more of a connection.
And no, it's not just because of Kirsten. Please, there's more reasons to that.
I think with me, because as a father, I have more of a connection with it, with fucking the Crow City of Angels compared to Salvation, and I liked the Crow City of Angels had a different way of who died instead of just let's just kill a couple again or frame.
Okay,
Although the framing for murder, okay, I'll give it that. That was one thing that the Crow Salvation had as well. And plus, I prefer the soundtrack to Crow City of Angels over Salvation.
To me, I'm both indifferent on both soundtracks. I just like Salvation a little bit better as a movie. I'm indifferent on both of them.
But we all know that the best Crow movie and the only...
It's the original. It's the original.
yeah.
Like, out of all the sequels, Salvation's the best. Without question.
Victor and me are having a debate all night long about...
Also, too, Thomas Jane is funny. Iggy Pop is the fucking best in City of Angels, though.
Yeah.
He's the fucking best.
But we can all agree... Well, I don't know, but I would still say the worst Crow movie of all time is still Wicked Prayer.
What about the remake?
Actually, you know what? I take that back because Wicked Prayer, while it is a horrible piece of shit, it at least has David Boreanaz.
Why, Angel? Why?
He knows what movie he's in, so he basically hams it up. So I will at least say he's the only saving factor. There's no, and I like Danny Houston, but the 2024, but also the opera scene was
the 2024 remake could go
hard.
It's
like picking like I'm trying to think of the best analogy. It's like you're a drill sergeant. You're about to shoot these two prisoners. And you don't know which one and they both did horrible things to people. So you are trying to figure out which one to shoot first.
Yeah.
Do I shoot the Crow 2024? Do I shoot Wicked Prayer?
Wicked Prayer. To be fair, I haven't seen the Wicked Prayer or the remake, so I'm gonna have to watch.
Trust me, you're doing yourself a favor for not seeing the remake. Trust me.
I would say you'd have more fun with Wicked Prayer.
No,
actually.
I don't know about that because Wicked Prayer, like Tara Reid.
It's like the room of the Crow. That's the best way I could describe it.
I mean, like Eddie Furlong as the Crow.
Yeah, miscast much.
You know what's funny though? He's he like of all the Crows outside Brandon Lee, the design, not him himself, but the design is closer to that Crow of the original. I'm talking about the design, not Edward Furlong. But that's like the closest look of the Crow since the original, because with the scars on fucking in Salvation, and then fucking what's his name in fucking Vincent Perez and fucking which I always will remember him as Marius in fucking Queen of the Damned.
Vincent Perez, the only other movie that I know he's in is one with, again, ironically enough, Rachel Weisz. I can't remember what it's called. It's a period piece. Like the main one, other than
Enemy at the Gates,
Wicked at the Gates.
No, Enemy at the Gates.
No, that was Jude Law with Rachel.
Oh,
Weisz.
okay.
He was touching her butt, but still.
What?
I will say it's her City Angels. Mia Kirshner, who I always associate as Mandy from 24. She's not bad as the recasted Sarah, but the character is used as a plot device. And I fucking hate it. I fucking hate how she gets taken out at the end of the movie. I hate it.
Yeah.
It feels like, what's the point now? Anyway, I could talk about the Crow sequels all day long, but we have to get out of here. It's only fucking 3 hours and 8 minutes. It's probably going to be one of our longest episodes ever. I don't need to do the typical outro that Jordy does. I just want to say, Chayton, it's been a pleasure. We need to get you back or possibly do you full time. Awesome. I don't even know because this is a very good first outing for you.
Yes.
Hey, if somebody can't be on next week, I love to talk about Episode 1 and make Victor suffer.
No.
And plus, who all saw Star Wars Episode 1 for its 25th anniversary this year?
I didn't because
I did.
Jordy did.
Well, of course he did, but I know I did. So it's and I have the movies on Blu-ray, so I don't need to worry about
any of the Star Wars movies on Blu-ray. I gotta rectify that someday.
Yeah, the only ones I'm I'll show you this right before we go, so y'all can see. It's bootleg, but here's the original trilogy. These are the original theatrical movies.
Oh, despecialized.
Oh yeah, I have those.
Yeah, and then funny enough, all 3 are on the one Blu-ray disc, but they still look good.
I need to get this. Maybe I'll get like a special edition copy the way Lucas intended, and then I'll get a despecialized as well too.
Yeah, the only ones I'm missing is Solo and The Rise of Skywalker, unless I'm count animated.
Count animation, but yeah, that's it. We're done. I mean, it's been a pleasure, and obviously you're going to be on episode 100 too. I completely forgot.
Yeah, which I
already
did
announced.
7 weeks, right? Yeah,
literally in 7 weeks, give or take, and I'm already considered it is just like this is a very good first outing. Like this is one of our best episodes yet.
Yeah,
this really is.
I agree.
But yeah, we're done.
Yes, Jordy, his comeback has become much more better.
Oh Jesus, he's gonna kick my ass next week. I just know it. I fucking hate Phantom Menace so much. Jake Lloyd, you're not the problem because I liked you in Jingle All the Way. He was good in Jingle All the Way. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he was. I can't. I don't hate Jake Lloyd.
He was good. He wants the Turbo Man doll. I give him the Turbo Man doll.
I will always say it was always not everybody, but the writing was the biggest undoing for a lot of the bullshit that was happening through all the movies, all the prequels.
Yes. Lucas. This is why Lawrence Kasdan should have come on and fucking wrote those damn movies. Anyway, we're done. Good night, everybody. Now, and we'll see you next week for the fucking piece of shit. Not before I kick it first, asshole. Anyway, no offense. Oh fuck,
Misa, so horny.
Fuck you, Jar Jar. You fucking piece of shit.
Misa, so horny.
Shut up. All right. You guys are idiotic. You guys are not funny. Shut up, you freak. There, I had to get a 6th Sense joke out of the way somehow. Yeah. Anyway, good night, everybody. Good night.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!